Hi, how you doing? Um, I really want to be, although I probably won't hold steadfast to it, but I have 52 subs. Hey, y'all. I wish I clicked the bell, get notifications. That'd be cute. Share the videos. Bring more people over. More people of our like mental ilk, okay? But I didn't want to do more than 52 videos. I just don't think there should be more videos than subs. I know, that's ego. Like, because this is my outlet. My intent is to get on here when I have something to let out. Outlet, let out. You know what I mean? Get something off my chest. It's usually something pertaining to something public, you know, either a TV show. But I wanted to keep this channel light. It's also my escape from the harshness of, the harsh cruelties of the world. Thus, I didn't want to list any harsh cruelties of the world on it, but some things you just can't help. Of course, you know, we've discussed this with our families and things of that nature and videos. And I'm trying to really fast and chant to stop obsessing over it. Yeah, because I just don't want to keep looking at video updates. I just don't want to do it. And I was speaking to a close friend. She's like a big sister to me. She's a girl. I don't. She looks at strictly the Martin shows right now. She has a health ailment too. Like, you know, I have a health ailment. So of course the Secret DVD spoke to that. But she don't look at anything but Martin and funny stuff. You know, funny sitcoms from back in the day. She said you can't get inundated with that type of stuff. You know, paraphrasing. But I don't know. I'm completely and utterly into getting updates about the Kenneka Jenkins case. Blessings be to her spirit. I guess I'm so attached. All horrors that happen in the world catch our attention. They're designed to catch our attention. They're reported to catch our attention. Of course, the ones that really tug at my heartstrings is when it's defenseless or young. You know what I mean? Defenseless and or young. So senior citizens, children, babies, teenagers, because they have even though they have full strength and they're strong, they're energetic, strong, but the naivete they may carry from being young and lack of wisdom really tug at my heartstrings. It really does. Let's have a moment of silence for Kenneka. Ashe. Rise in power. Baby girl, rise in power. In truth. Ashe. 7:02 p.m. right now, 15th of September, 2017, Gregorian. I just wanted to get this off my chest. Much blessings and healings to her mom, her family, those who genuinely love her, and a lot of strength. I'm hoping the mother, I don't know, do they remember the organization years ago? I think they was on an Oprah show back in the day. MOMS is the acronym. MOMS, Mothers of Murdered Sons. I don't know if they have that for moms of daughters and things of that nature, but I'm hoping that organization still exists and they reach out to the mom. I didn't even Google them, but if they are, maybe I can tweet this to moms, or, you know, I'm just hoping the mom get a support system of other mothers who can relate. Even Camille Cosby, my heavens, she can relate to losing a child in this kind of way, someone taking them, you know what I mean? Not an illness, although that is still painful, but it's just incomprehensible that someone would just take your child. It is heavens. But hopefully mothers who have been through this can reach out to Miss Teresa. Her last name escapes me. I think, is it Martin? I'm not sure if it's Jenkins as well. But I hope y'all band together and unify and stay connected in that, you know, that spiritual support system that only a mother in this situation could understand, who have been in this situation. You know why this case, certain cases just, and being from New York, certain things just really, really stick with you. The Central Park 5 really stuck with us in the hood. Because we was like, they didn't do that. Because, you know your culture, you know your people. Yeah, we harm each other. They program us to harm each other. But when they say, oh yeah, you did something to, you know, Caucasian person, not saying it's impossible. There are random cases where a culprit may step out of the programming and do something, you know, out of context from which way they programmed us. But they quickly catch those, you know what I mean, in case you inspire your people to rise up against, you know, the whole pink populace. They're not trying to hear that. But yeah, being raised, I don't know, are they still HUDs left with gentrification? I don't know. I forgot to mention gentrification in that Issa Rae video. Never mind, I digress. But yeah, y'all know how I do the videos, just scattered up, disseminating moan. I digress. But yeah, if you're from the hood, New York, any hood, anywhere, you know your people. So when they report something like that, that don't sound like something we would do. So the Central Park 5, we were like, And one of my former teachers, she was friends with one of the mothers of that 5, and so it just didn't, you know, humans are creatures of habit, habits are patterns, and patterns is geometry, meaning math. And you hear humans talk like that. Her sister, when they interviewed Kenneka Jenkins' sister, she said it don't add up. That door is heavy. If you're that drunk, how could you open it? Let alone close it behind you. Yeah. That's called math. So you'll hear human beings say, it doesn't add up. How does that fit in the equation? What's the matter? What's the matter is very common. Matter is atoms and material, something tangible. Yeah, we speak mathematically, but we don't even realize that this whole planet is math. How do you know that? Everything could be weighed and measured, including you, your height, weight. Everything could be weighed and measured, except for air, unless you contain air. But air don't have to be contained too long. It turns to gas and explodes, you know. Hence farts and burps and all. Yes, the truth is some sitting in plain sight of this. Your very own biology is the truth. If you were born the conventional way, your parents fell in love and made love, and you know, your mom gave birth to you, breastfed, you know, things like that. Your very own physical being is mathematics. How many teeth, vertebrae. I digress. But math is one of my friends, like another big sister, she say, my religion is math. Everything is math, you know. But the hidden powers that shouldn't be, as Z would say. Shout out to him. I don't do his channel no more. But in any event, yeah, they don't want you to focus on math. They don't want you to be logical and add things up and make it make sense. But I don't know. And again, yeah, cases that touch my heart. Yusef Hawkins in Brooklyn, Rise in Power, Ashe, Oscar Grant, Tamir Rice, Blissings B, Rise in Power, Trayvon Martin, Blissings B, Rise in Power. Michael Stewart, the Howard Beach case in the 80s. I was a teenager working in a video store. That's how I got the news. A sister who was a member walked in, and she used to wear all the different flavor Viva. She put me onto the different purple 5411s, and she must have been in her 20s, late 20s then. You know, as a teenager, that's like a long way from me, but she still would kick it with me and talk. And she came in and she was speaking as if I already heard about the Howard Beach case, and she kept saying, in this day and age, can you believe this? And this was 1986. I wonder what she think today with racism still at an all-time sick, demented high. But she kept repeating that in this day and age, that could happen. You know, the psychological mind is still that demented and debilitated in this day. And she kept saying in this day and age. And that was 86. It was 80s. And we won't make this a video about racism, but I will sort of segue into, because I think that's too puny a word to describe 500 years of atrocities and pillaging and rapes and molesting and all the other hardships they introduced to the planet. Pardon the background noise, y'all. Y'all would think I still live in New York. Good gosh. Y'all heard it? You heard sirens? Anyway, I just had to say something, and I really was trying to save these last 2 videos. I think I'm at 50 videos. This may be 51. But when Real Housewives of REEL, okay, Real Housewives of Atlanta come back on. But I think that would be the only caveat addendum amendment. Maybe not, okay? It ain't etched in stone. I feel like saying something. Shit, I'm gonna say it. But I didn't want this to exceed 52 videos, but it looks like it's going to fucking shit. And I miss Bay Money. It was a video channel up called Bay Money. I think she took it down because she didn't have viewership. Yeah, an audience is cool, especially an audience of non-trolls is really cool. But I said, you know what, Wanda, you're not going to do this for the audience or the numbers. You're going to do this to get shit off your chest, outlet. You know what I mean? But I enjoy Bay Money. I think she was out in California. I enjoyed her videos. I can't find it. Y'all let me know if Bay Money is still out there. BAY space money, sister out there. Yeah. You know, she would just, you know, same thing, was an outlet, but I believe she took it down. I wish she had stayed up. Don't do it for the views and the clicks. Do these things to get stuff off your chest. You know what I'm saying? Well, we grown. I ain't telling people how to do their different channel. I digress. But back to the point at hand. I just... Okay, these cases touch me because it's something I would do. If you're a teen from an urban area, you would do it too. If your friends call you, even all of them, Trayvon, I would go to the store as a teen and get candy and juice, whatever he bought. All these things is stuff that you would do. That's why it's so terrifying and shocking, because we all have our phases in life. I'm in my 40s, ain't early, not mid 40, but pushing 50, okay? No shame. Age, you know, is life. What's the opposite of not aging? Exactly. Age represents wisdom. It should. You should glean and attain more wisdom as you grow. What's that Muhammad Ali quote? A man that thinks the same at 50 as he did at 30 is a waste of life or years or something like that. Yeah, that is definitely... I don't even know if that's regressing or mentally stagnant. I don't know what that is. But the idea is to gain more wisdom as you grow older. You know what I mean? I digress. Well, not really. But, yeah, my heart. And pretty brown skin, sister, with dimples and absolutely beautiful. And just got a new job. And, I remember, and I worked at 19 too. I worked for a transit authority in New York City, and just was so happy to have that kind of good job at 19. I know how you want to celebrate a job like that. You do, and your friends celebrate with the same way. Not no hotel in Queens, you know, you just chill in somebody's attic or basement, you know, where I grew up at for the most part. Born in Harlem, we moved to Queens when I was 10. And, yeah. Yo, wow, I got a job. We got the bud. We call it cheaper. You know, let's get spliffs and, you know, Cess. And we got the Bartleys and James and Pink Chappelle and Calvin Coolers. You do celebrate a new job. You do. And as a teenager, you would meet up with your friends. There's no, and now I fucks with tarot card readers just all day. Fuck you, suck my neighbor's dog's. Never mind, this is graphic. I don't give a shit about what your belief system is. I need full knowledge before I'm fucking with new people. And even at this new age, I still wouldn't think to whip out the deck for someone that I've known for a long time. It just wouldn't cross my mind if it's a long-standing friend. How long-standing could it be? Yeah, no. Most of my childhood and teenage friends I'm excommunicated from. You can find out why in some of these friendship volume videos. Wait till I drop my memoir. If you even give a shit. Some people like to read memoirs. Their memoir. I'm in that memoir addict myself. Celeb or otherwise. I love a good memoir. Memoir memory. You know, never mind etymology. Whose memory? The authors. People want you to tell your own story, how they dictate you should tell. Ain't it? People, bullies are sick in the head. Ooh. But any of it, I was getting emotional. I had to pull myself together to get through this. My point is, at this overgrown age, if a friend invite me somewhere, and this friend reportedly, Kenneka knew her since 3rd grade, one of the girls. That's a long-standing friend. And shout out to the video channel with a mother. Oh, your channel escapes me now. Well, as you can see, I don't have a following anyway, but that woman, her video is so compelling, out of Arizona. She too lost her daughter. I can't think of the name of her. Is it Freedom? I can't think of the name of her channel. But when she said, you know, I know her mother fed that girl. At some point, Kenneka's mother fed that girl. And that was it for me. I was totally dissolved in tears because it's incomprehensible. Someone you've known since 3rd grade would be part and parcel to your demise. I know it happens. I know the world we're in. But it still shocks me each and every time, as well it should. I don't ever want to become desensitized to the point that these atrocities is normal. No, you should be shocked and stunned each and every time something this illogically sick happens. You know, it's just proven that it proves you're alive and still connected to the source, the creative source that created the sun. You know, having a conscience is not you doing someone else a favor. Having a conscience proves you're still connected to the great power that created the sun. And the sun is indestructible. You would want to be connected to that creator. Yeah, you do. Okay, you see what the sun does to the pale skin? If they can destroy the sun, they would, but they can't. They can't fuck with the sun. That's why I tend to study Leos. So the sun was Leo. Just to get some sort of gleam, some kind of, insight about, life and sustainability. I digress. I just, again, I don't even know what advice to give teens. Because you as a parent, if your teen child is friends with someone since 3rd grade, you're like, oh, mom, I'm going to meet so-and-so. You're like, oh, okay. Because you know the little girl. You know her too. You may know her mother. I don't know. I don't know what, other than get with tarot cards. But again, you wouldn't even think to do a reading if you know the people. I only do readings for new entities. That's it. I only do readings for new entities. I don't think to do a reading for someone I've known for a long time and built a rapport, Oh, I've looked at some of the other readers. Shout out to Aphrodite Stone. There's a lot of other psychic readings on this case I've been looking at. And some of the readings said the friendship was growing apart. And the girl, not Kenneka, the other girl resented the chasm, the gulf that was clearly happening in their friendship. And what is this, payback? I don't know what preventative. And I got on this video to definitely put my feelings out about this case, but I wanted to have some sort of preventative, what they said, a pound of prevention. No, there you go. No, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Shout out to Val. I used to work with her back in the days. Jamaican, beautiful sister. She said that to me. Yeah. She said it, and I was a teenager, at the video store, she said that. And it always stuck with me. You hear it all the time now, but back then it was the first time I heard it. Oh, no, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. So my plan was other than doing a tarot card, I think for parties. Yeah, that's it. Even if long-standing friends invite you to a party, I would still do a reading, and you want an outcome card. What is the outcome if I attend this party? Teenagers, please, if it's against your religion, and by all means, don't do it. But if you're looking for some sort of foresight before you embark on anything, master those. And the tarot cards are very expensive. Here's the thing. Someone's supposed to buy you your first deck, though. There's no superstition, but those decks after that, you can cop for yourself. But yeah, if you someone that cares about you, and what do you want for your birthday? A deck of cards, please. Ain't but $30. Someone's supposed to buy your first deck. I don't know. But yeah, do a reading before you attend parties. My gosh. And in situations like that, you also wonder, is there not one? And then your guard is down because there's so many people. And you would think with this many witnesses, what could go wrong? I don't know. It's still a party where there's liquor and I'm not even judging that. I'll still have a glass of wine and a cute little drink. I went to bartending school, please. And like I said, back in the 80s, we had our Calvin Coolers and Pink Chappelle and a couple of close calls too, but no friend set me up. No, Nick, let me not use it. I'm gonna say Naga. Naga's wanting something. You're like, nigga, you ain't gonna motherfucking get it, bitch. What's good? Jump this motherfucking nigga. But it's in his car, so back then, if a guy ain't gonna get nothing, he wanna put you out. Whatever. If you still in New York City, we know how to get the fuck home. Fuck you, nigga, pull over. And we will get the fuck home. Nigga, you better take this cash. They had a bumper sticker back then, too. Gas ass or grass. Grass would be pot, or what we call cheaper. That was a bumper sticker. Y'all remember that sticker from the 70s and 80s? I don't remember. But yeah, so we might we give you a couple of dollars for the tank. Okay. But we did that. We jumped in and out of cars. We did teen things. And by the grace of the divine ancestors, nothing too crazy ever happened. I remember the close call. I'm going to use the pseudonyms I wrote in my memoir. Brazzy. Brazzy was like, come with me uptown. Uptown is what we call Harlem. New Yorkers back. Do they still call Harlem uptown? I had to ask my niece. Well, back in the 80s, we called Harlem uptown. And our school was on 50th Street, Printing. And she was like, come with me uptown. I think we was just chilling, too. We was way out of school. Maybe because it was dusk. It was getting dark. And I had an after-school job. I mean, did she come to my job? I don't know this shit. I got to look at my memoir. And she was like, come with me uptown to, see my cousin and get this money. Because that's the thing. You can't, party is fifth house. Parties are ruled by Leo, fifth house. So you could get me to a party, but not for the sake of booze and weed. Just for the sake of music and dancing and cuties. Hopefully saying cuties, they ain't trying to do something to you. But I'm telling you, I became very motherfucking keen and like, no bitch, no. With, y'all seen The Paid in Full? Is it a documentary or a movie? Or do they showcase it both? With Cameron? Y'all just seen the movie. Back then in school, we were told that certain, not all, but certain hustlers are, and this is not even as dark and grim as shit like this, but certain hustlers, if they think you after their money, you're quote unquote a gold digger, they take you out to a nice fabulous restaurant, you can order what you want, and you think he's gonna pay for it, but somehow he'll slip out. Back then they had beepers, so he may say something like, "Yo, mom, let me answer this page." Then he'll, you had pay phones in New York. I don't know how young you all listen to this, but it wasn't a cell phone thing in the 80s. And he would go answer his page and leave, and you're stuck there with that bill. That happened to a Caucasian. I saw TED Talks. I'm digressing, but yeah. I'm like, that happened to Caucasians? I can't think of this woman's name. She did a TED Talks. And a guy left her with like $1,000. They must have been a very swanky restaurant. But $1,000 bill. And she said, that was my rent. I'm like, and this is not like don't think like Ditzy Becky. This woman looked very educated. She looked studious, like an academic professor, dark brunette. I'm like, and she just didn't have the look that could happen to her. She met the guy on a dating site. So I'm like, maybe he was studious too. You know how dating sites, I'm this, I'm that. She's on TED Talk, so clearly she is the intellectuals. Never mind. I just was stunned that happened to her. But in any event, I'm a foodie. Okay? So, your mind will get something to eat. I'm always like, and somehow this endeared nigga's like, that's what you want to eat? I'm always picking something in case that bitch boy fucking leave. I got the coins to pay for the food. What was the shit back then? Benny Hunters? If I ain't have my paycheck and, no. We can go here to Jimbo's or something. You want Jimbo's? Nigga, I don't trust it. That's my point. This is the extent of my fear. That he will get up and leave and we got to pay for the bill. I'm going to have enough coinage to pay myself. Okay? They ain't call it coinage back. Whatever the fuck. Now the new fear with young people is, hell, you may die with some niggas and some nigga shit. Oh, it could be, they thinking it's a Caucasoid. It's a manager at the hotel Caucasoid? I don't know. Oh, jeez. And that's another thing with the hotel, y'all. Again, these are things I would do. Well, this I invited. This was planned. I've had a slumber party in my 30s in the hotel, and Papa gave me a slumber party. All girls, women, we're women, but you know what I mean. He gave me a slumber party in my 40s in the hotel, as a do-over from the one that happened that was a total bust in my 30s. Read about that shit in the memoir, y'all. But this is what made me think of this. The hotel manager came up to our room and kicked us out in our 30s. Could you imagine? Because I kept saying, well, we're peaceful, we're quiet, we're not doing anything. We were listening to Maxwell. And having girl took incense was burning. I think that's back when you can get a smoker's room. They done cut out all that shit now, bitch. Because back then they would ask you, do you want a smoker's room or a smoke-free room? I don't smoke cigarettes, but I always, and we wouldn't smoke no weed. Or was I still smoking weed in my 30s? I don't know. I think I was there. I'm not sure. I don't know. I know I got a spiritual reading and never mind, I don't get into details. But spiritually, I was told, stop smoking the shit. You ain't get the fuck to tell me twice. And then I saw that A.A. Rashid video. You ain't to tell me twice. Fuck no. So I don't smoke the shit. No, but I still love the scent of it. Ooh. Ooh, I love that smell. But I won't fuck with it. I'm not upset in the spiritual realm. Not, it's an individualistic thing. You may be fine not to fuck me. I can't do it, no. But okay, but I don't think we was doing, no, it was no narcotics. We had the incense, the food. I had the rice and peas, pernil. I did it just like the Spanish, you know, Spanish from Spanish Harlem. I did it like the Spanish way. You know, you cut it, stab it up, and put the garlic and green pepper. The reds. I had all this good food. I was in a residence inn. That's what it was. I had the stove. Child, the Caucasoid manager kicked us out. You read about why in the memoir. So my point in that recall is, how did they not get kicked out of the hotel with that loud music? And I'm like, right then, before I even started seeing videos and comments that the hotel must have been on it, because I'm like, the people on the floor didn't complain, or did they put them on the floor? There were no other registered adult business people who paid good money for this room. Because I'm like, wouldn't the other hotel guests complain? How are they making this kind of noise and management is not stopping it? Then I'm thinking, can you be a teenager and book your own room? Whose credit card was used? So the more you look at these videos and things, then not only that, I'm like, how does the public have access to the refrigerator? Would you even trust hotel food after that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, that one, this health department, Candy done got a C for less than that. I know she said they changed it to an A. Where people still think you done bribed them to change it. That's a whole other topic. What I'm saying, maybe you didn't. I'm just reading the comments. What I'm saying is, if Candy got a C for less than that, what the fuck does that tell you? The public should not have access to a commercial freezer refrigerator that's near the kitchen. Where's the staff? And then you can't find any cameras seeing how did she make it to a restricted area where employees only should be. There is film footage of DMX running nude down a hotel corridor on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there, but it is. Okay, the hotel staff. You gotta be part of the staff to get that footage to turn over to the public. Do you see what I'm saying? For public consumption. There's when Solange went ham on Jay-Z in the elevator in 2014. They got that footage to the public, and it must be a swanky hotel. It got something to do with the Met Gala. So how can the hotel give up that footage so easily? But something as serious as a death, the footage is being reportedly edited or delayed in release, and again, the math don't add up. It just doesn't add up. I don't even want to book a room at a hotel. You see all these shows, Haunted and all that. I do my research, like what happened at that hotel? What happened at that edifice before I get there? You want to make sure it's not haunted and things. And then now this is a haunted with injustice attached to it. And it just seemed like they flaunting the family and gave the mother a hard way to go from what she say. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how they giving the mother a hard way to go? What? Y'all, when things get weird and illogical, it makes you wonder, is there a power behind these teenagers? Is there a hidden power that helped to orchestrate this and helping to somehow suppress it or cover it up? Or I don't know. I know one thing. They harass melanated people for jaywalking. Victimless crimes. Did y'all see the documentary 13? They harass us for victimless stuff. So where there's a victim, no one is being seemingly brought to justice. I don't know. Or even do you get Columbo teas? Do you get Matlock teas? I'm like, is it even being investigated? I don't feel no Columbo teas going. Y'all, I don't know. I worry about our children and the babies because it's very, very it's very young and fun to meet up with your friends. For that, to do exactly that, have fun. And few teenagers are going to get a tarot card reading before they go to each and every party of their teen existence. Then I looked at the 19 years old. That's the 1 and the 9. And it's a prime number, 19, Mars and the Sun. I remember when I was 19, I thought about that too and all I was doing. And then when I was younger than that, I don't know, this is like, I was always into astrology, not as in depth as I am today, but I was I don't know. It does choose you. I went to an astrology convention. They would say that you don't choose it. It choose you. If you're into it to the degree that astrologers like us are into it. Because my mom didn't talk about it. It was just with me. Her sister was into it. But I was into it before I even realized that. So yeah. Now I know my natal chart. I know why. But you are born with certain proclivities and interests and things of that nature. But numerology, no. At this age, I must have been maybe 11 or 12 when I was in a neighbor's yard in Queens. And she had her friends over and she was on the step. And somehow, I don't know, they were just talking. They were a little older than me. Maybe I was 13. I felt like I was in junior high school. Well, 12, 13, but I wasn't 14 in high school. So I was not in high school in this moment. So maybe 12, 13. And I asked her, and I said, how old are you? She said 19. And somehow or another, I paused. I don't know. I really, really honor my pauses. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Hold on, y'all. Oh, shucks. Oh, no. Oh, I was going to deal with it later. People probably got impatience, ADD. Not y'all, but whoever got it anytime you wait. Because I want to put the fan on. I thought it was a little hot in here. All of a sudden. Oh, that breeze feel good. Yeah. All right, so, yeah, you know, y'all can get with numbers in you, Lloyd Stray. Hi, Lloyd. Yeah, tweet this to Lloyd. He probably did numbers on it, this case by now. Him and King Simon. I know Lloyd in person. Lloyd, Wanda. Yes, I own the name. I bought it, but you recognize my voice. You know this is Lloyd. You know who this is. Hey, Lloyd. Yeah, his book will help y'all with the numbers thing. And people say 19, that's 9/11. That, you know, that's all in there. I don't know, there's a lot of theories. But I know one thing about the upper realms. You know, in the book Homo sapiens, the author's name has AK in the initials. In that book, he says so many imbalances. See, the universe is about balance. It was created in divine balance. And yes, she's around. I believe, from what someone said in the comments once, it must have been a pale male or Caucasian male with a flat ass that's trying to force this flat earth shit. Curves, roundness bothers them. They got to accept roundness. They may have to accept karma. What goes around, come around. I don't know. As long as their pregnant belly is round, eyeballs around, heads around, and the calendar, the years itself goes, the months, like it's September, it's surely going to be September again. It goes round and round. Time is going to, the rings of Saturn, time goes round and round. And they try to convince you on some flat earth shit. It may work. It may work for a multitude of people. But, back tires, bicycle tires, it's all around. Even when you're driving around your neighborhood, you're going to come back around again. Anyway. Y'all go on and believe the flat shit if you want to. Whatever's, you know, floats your boat. Even the oceans, the Atlantic, and the waters go. Never mind. Shout out to Pat. I forgot your last name. Who wrote the book Living Religions? In that book, she wrote nature want things to be round. She sure enough wrote that. She surely did. But I digress. How did I even get there? I wish I could rewind this shit while I'm doing it to figure out how did I get to the Earth is round. Oh, gosh, y'all. Oh, pushing 50. I got to take my ginkgo biloba. A good ginkgo, you know. And I'm trying to speak in a way that's lucid and clear. Again, this is an outlet. I can only do 3-hour videos each clip. And I don't think I'm doing it for 3 hours. I just don't understand how you can betray a friend. Let me tell you, I had the betrayal in friendship, nothing to this degree. Good Lord, no. Did I tell you about the Bojangles thing with Brazzy? I'm using the pseudonyms for my memoir. Let me go back to that. She didn't finish the Brazzy shit. Anyway, Brazzy We went uptown. This is 80s Harlem, where there was a lot of abandoned tenement buildings and abandoned brownstones. Remember y'all, who you from Harlem from that era? Cinderella, they were selling that for brownstones for $1. Whoever had the presence, and it looked so bad, you just didn't want it, I suppose. But whoever had the presence of mind to buy those brownstones for $1 back then, because we would think it would take millions to fix it up. I don't know. We should have still bought it and held on to the shit. $1, y'all. Go on and Google Cinderella in Harlem in the 80s. In any event. And dudes was getting money back then. I remember my friend, I was about to say her government, her giving rather. What did I name her? I named her Rachel, but she don't like it. She named me that white girl name. Change that. So I may change it in my memoir. But she from Harlem, fly as shit. We 10 years apart. And she will always say, you know, niggas was getting money. They had money to buy up these damn brownstones for $1. Now people buying them for millions of dollars. Everybody pissed off. But yeah, but anyway, back to Brassy. We went to Harlem and her cousin was sitting in, I digress. You know what it is, disseminating mode, okay? Her cousin was the male cousin. He was sitting in one of those things, you know, divvying up his work and smoking as, you know, never get high on your own supply. Anyway, R.I.P. Rising Power, Biggie. Another, just, they take our greats and, jeez. When they say the good die young, I mean, do it have to be all the good? They gotta go young? Or at all? Homo sapiens. Y'all read that book, y'all. Homo sapiens. KRS once said, when you hurt one woman, you hurt them all. And he's not just waxing poetic. After I read Dr. Christiane Northrop's book, Women's Health, Women's Wisdom, and how all women are connected to the earth. Yeah. And I could see K. Michelle talking to Angela Yee and looking at her and repeating, you're a woman. You know, you're participating in something against a woman and you're a woman. Listen to me, y'all. Women who, I couldn't even imagine what's going to happen to these chicks in their next lifetime, Kenneka friends. Women who hurt other women, I'm not talking about self-defense. She on you and you getting this bitch off you. No. Logical, physical self-defense. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about hurting someone who didn't wrong you, legitimately wrong you. I'm not talking about your insecurities or your frail ego and you're jealous. Or, no. I'm talking about you're setting out to hurt another woman who never wronged you. Each life writes a script for the next life. And men who, males, that's not a man, males who rape women, when there's so many women willing to give it away, you're gonna rape. This is my studies, ain't my opinion. Per spiritual studies, each life writes the script for the next. So you're writing your script in these grave, depraved misdeeds and grave in gravity. So you're stuck on this dimension where you exacted so many grave misdeeds. So being that you violated the woman, you may still return as a man, but now you have feminine feelings, so you know how a woman feels. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? You don't look happy. I love you. Papa came in, y'all. Is it raining? Why does he look so grim? He has that scowl. Y'all read 50 Cent's book? It was this memoir called Get Rich or Die. I forgot the memoir. What is the memoir? Pieces to Wait, I think. When he's described his grandfather with that permanent scowl. Also, that's my Papa Bear. But sometimes his scowl has meaning, so I'm asking what's wrong. It's just sometimes it's just his natural. Never mind you. I don't care about Papa Bear. But in any event, yeah, I studied a lot. I've read, pushing 50. I should have read a lot by now. 95 credits in legal studies. That's just academia, but I just crave spiritual books. I've read a lot over the years. If you don't care about people, do you care about yourself? And if you have a surplus of melanin, that's your passport for ascension. The only thing that can thwart that that's what what's called racism is really about. They're jealous of your ascension, and they want your forever. They want to rob you of your forever. Y'all get with Dr. Delbert on that, his videos with the vampires or with the vampire, and he gets into the military. And never mind, Dr. Delbert Blair, thank you. Dua, Rising Power. Moment of silence for Dr. DB. So grateful for his work. But what I was saying is, even if you don't care about people, do you care about yourself? You know what I mean? Life is a continuum. You leave this husk, but your soul moves on. And again, this life writes a script for the next. Your deeds, your thoughts, all that stuff just keeps going on and on. So some say God is punishing you, but the God in you is just perpetuating what you've already begun. So you violate women, now you'll see how it feels to be a woman. Probably still with your male body parts, you know. In any event, again, that's my studies. To each his own. To each his own study. And thank you. Thank you. How was your day? Oh, thank you, Papa. I found them, as you can see. Thanks. These are nice. I'll keep them. Thank you, Daddy. I couldn't find my glasses, y'all. He bought me some. I found them. They were behind the bed. I don't know. I get sleepy and must just fling my glasses. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. So, what's this, Papa? Oh, thank you, Papa. Oh, thanks, Daddy. You know, I've yet to call Kenny. Oh, thank you. I've yet to call Kenny. I don't want to call him too late. It's unprofessional. Oh, thank you, Papa. Okay, Papa. Oh, I haven't seen this name in a long time. I think it was melanated owned. I gotta look it up. Oh, these are pajamas? You can wear these outside?
It's a loungewear. I don't know.
Yeah, I think these are wear these inside. They look very indoors. But the other ones are cute. Let me see this. Thank you, Papa.
Yeah.
Take this. Oh, this is cute. Oh, thank you, baby. I call Mommy. Let her know to look out for it. Thank you, Papa. Oh, this is cute. Oh, thanks, Papa. I gotta see what the weather is tomorrow. I hope it's not all hot or whatnot. Anyway, I'm looking forward to meeting Kim. Oh, thank you. Well, these are masculine. These are yours?
It's a feminine. It's a feminine on there.
Oh, that? Oh. Yeah. You know, they trying to push a certain agenda. They've been blurred the sock line, the socks, you know. Let's make it all, you know, confuse the masses. So they don't want you to know who you are. Oh, gosh. Everything I've learned in lectures back in the days, it seemed to be, those teachers were correct. It's sure as hell's happening. They said, you want to know who's telling the truth? Just wait for the results. They said this stuff in the 90s. Like they was pushing, planning to push, and look. Anyway, babe. Sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Where was I? Yeah, so we went uptown to Harlem, and it's her cousin, Bonafide. She was talking, and talking to him, and of course, you know, I was raised white, so I just stayed, played the exit, closed, mind my business. But you have to go. The brownstone really look like something out of New Jack City. If you're from New York and raised there, you're not really, and you're a teenager. Teenagers don't have that fear thing really, because that's an Aries. I know Leo rules children, but teenagers is an Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. That's that phase. When I was taking my law classes, and these professors are lawyers themselves. One is, you know, retired judges. Never mind. One professor told us, he's used the phrase the age of infancy. And Aries, they probably changing books up. I don't trust no new books. Hell no. All my books will be good and old, first edition. Okay, if I can help it. They call it the age of infancy, something like that. That's the term. I probably should Google. I can't Google while I'm doing this, can I? I don't know. Y'all know I'm not techno savvy. But anywho, and I thought, I was like, oh shit, because this, you know, studying outside the box, not matriculated academia. They're saying courts use astrology secretly, covert. They said on judges are MAs, master astrologers. That's the Taj Tariq videos I saw. Driver's license forward if you want to check it out. But so when the teacher's saying this, the age of infancy, I was like, oh shit. Even, you know, for melanated children, seemingly, mostly, 16 you're considered an adult. And I've always said in class and wherever, you know, this conversation comes, if they can't order alcohol or buy alcohol, how are they considered an adult at 16? And then, of course, spiritual friends was like, y'all know what the 16 is in a tarot deck, right? Look at the tarot deck, look at the 16 card, okay? Then they got into dialogue about Aries. Kids tend to just not think and do, because that's the Aries thing, impulsive, instinctive, sports oriented. Your parents get you into sports, you know, stay busy, very active, a lot of energy. So teenage years is Aries. Okay, they're just not thinking that cardinal, just do think later. They even said that, I don't know if they said in all hoods in New York, swing first, ask questions later. That was a big saying in the hood back then. It just what would be deemed ignorant once you grow wise and older. But again, my draw was never ever dudes. It's they cuties or whatever. I'm a hopeless romantic. Was then, now just charge it to the Libra in me. I don't know. But still, that wouldn't be enough to lure me to something that may seem dangerous. I don't know, or I don't know. You know what I mean? The achi-kachi feeling. And I didn't even have achi-kachi feelings with Brazzy. I just wanted to go home. I'm going to get on train to Queens and go to hell home. And she was like, nah, come with me uptown. And then she said, I'll treat you to Bojangles. We had a Bojangles on, was it Francis Lewis in Queens back in the days. Francis Lewis and Linden. Was that Linden? No, what's that? No, this is Linden and I think, is that Francis? No, it's not Francis Lewis, is that? I think so. Never mind. It was a Bojangles there. The restaurant changed over the years. What's that, Bojangles? I think it was Bojangles. No, the point of the matter is, I was like, word? Okay. So then my foodie ass go uptown with her. And it was a dark, there's no electricity in here now. When I told you abandoned, it's the shell of a brownstone. But brownstones are built like tanks. So it's still sheltered from rain and whatever have you. It's a strong shell. Some windows here and there, I don't know. But just no fair. 2 teenagers roped up in there. She knew what room to find them in. And I went in the room with her. And this is so good for the memoir. I don't want to give too many details. Y'all. And I stood by the door. She introduces her like, hi, nice to meet you. Maybe I'm 16 now. It's definitely still in high school. 15 or 16. Younger than 19, okay? Still a teenager. And she's talking to him. And I'm not really into their dialogue. I'm just waiting for my friend, to get the money she claimed she was going to get from him. Let's bounce. All of a sudden, he was like, yo, why your friend playing the door closed? She was like, because we ain't staying that long. Yo, give me such and such and then let's go. And he was like, nah, call over here. And he's older than us. Still young. Now, you're in your 40s, young. 20s is still young. But he's clearly in his 20s. And we're teenagers. But when you're a teenager, a 20-year-old, something, it's grown up. You know what I mean? But when you're in your 40s, 20s is still young. Never mind. You don't get it fine. You get it fine. So he said, he was like, come over here. And I'm like, no. For some reason, I just said, no, I don't understand what he wants. Because he has his whole, he's at a table. And he's on a chair at a table would look like Scarface type of shit all over the table. I'm still not thinking he wants to do something to me physically. I don't want to be near your collection, if you will. Because if something is missing, you ain't blaming me for shit. His paraphernalia, Scarface shit. I saw cash. I'm not going nowhere near shit. Remember the elders? I don't know if this is just Harlem or what. Remember the elders say, don't be sitting near nobody's pocketbook. I don't give a fuck if the pocketbook is open or not. Don't be sitting near nobody's bag. If this bitch walk away, something missing, she gonna blame whoever's seated next to her. No. So that's how I was reared. I'm not sitting next to shit. So if something come up missing, you ain't blaming me because proximity, I wasn't nowhere near the shit, okay? I was willing to wait for her ass outside. She was like, all right, come on in. And I didn't want her to go in the building looking like that by herself, although Brazzy was much more street smarter than I am, okay? And she's a Scorpio. Child, please. But, yeah. So he's saying, come here. I'm like, no. He was like, don't tell me no. He said, why is she telling me no? He was like, she's taking up for me, thank heavens. She was like, why you want to come over here? Because I just do. And then shit is just not making sense. So he fired up. I ain't gonna tell you what he fired up. Read the book. He fired up some shit, and then he hit it, and then he walked over to me, and he was like, hit this. And if you from the hood, you know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm like, no. He said, don't tell me no. Why do you keep telling me no? I said, because I'm not interested. No. And then, and he was like, he looked back to Brazzy. He was like, yo, what's wrong with her? She was like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? By now, she's walked over, to where we are. And then he started pulling on me. He said, you're going to do as I say. And right then and there, I'm like, is this the rape culture? right then and there, I knew something. He looked possessed, like something came over him. And I'm like, get off me, motherfucker. Get the fuck off me, bitch. And then I'm trying to fight him and knock the shit out of his hand because I know he'll go for his shit before he go for me. Because if you on that shit, you care about that shit. You more than you care about the fuck me. And he was like, but his strength was like Amazonian fucking strong, okay? Motherfucking strong. I'm like, get off me, bitch. And it was winter, so he's on my coat. So the coat is, you know, a barrier, really. And I'm like, get off me, bitch. You know, so I'm trying to take the coat off. And I love that coat. I think it was a goose down bubble coat. And I had connections to boosters. I ain't paid but maybe, I don't know, $30 for the coat. It was some shit to, was it Ralph Lauren? I don't know. The shit was hundreds of dollars in store. But when you get booster connections, you know what Jay-Z said? Had brand new sweater, half price sweater, new, some shit. He from Brooklyn, okay? Brooklyn connections all day back then. No, fly shit. I ain't paying nothing. I had asked a school job. How much money can I pay? And then if he was cute, I'd be like, can I have this for kids? I'll give you a kiss for this nigga. That never fucking mind. You read the memoir. Papa, you want to see it? I'm talking about Kenneka James. I'm telling them how you could be a teenager and walk right into dumb shit. I'm just, Jesus. I'm fighting him, so I'm like, if I unzip the coat, he could have the whole fucking coat and I run the fuck home. I can run to my sister-in-law house. What's her name in the book? Charlene, I call the book. I can go to Charlene's house. She'll give me a sweater, a coat, some shit to borrow to go to fuck the Queens. You know, but that would have been a long walk. We was uptown West Side. She lived in Carver Projects back then. That was the East. I would have made it to fucking Charlene's, okay? And then, or Bobby, another friend. Bobby was closer. Yeah, one of them would have loaned me a coat to get on the train and come on, bring shit to school. Bobby, I went to school. You read about Bobby in the book. I read, went to school with Bobby, so I would just wore the coat to school the next day. But I was coming up out that motherfucking triple fat double goose down Ralph Lauren, some fly shit, okay, fly shit. And then I'm like, no, I got my school pass, I got ID and shit in the pockets. So I'm like, if I take the shit out the pocket, I'm gonna hit the floor. I don't leave my coat here with my ID with this nigga. So I'm like, I gotta fight him with the get off me. And you like, did Brazzy jump in? She was physical, but not like punching him or nothing. She was just trying to pull him like, yo, fuck is you doing? And she was like, I hit it for her in her place. And I'm like, you read the book and see if she actually hit it. I'm like, no, this shit don't make no sense. And in that moment of the tussle, I'm like, I don't think any crimes against women or someone who's not bothering you will ever make sense. It didn't make sense then, and the fucking won't make sense then. He kept saying, why are you telling me no? You gonna stop telling me no? Like we knew each other, like we had a personal connection. That is the first fucking time I laid eyes on that motherfucker. And I've met most of her family. That was not him. That was the first time I laid eyes on him. And no, Brazzy never told him about me. No, she's a solid sister. I miss her so much. Oh, I wanted to say if y'all know Brazzy, but no, she's not on Facebook. What I would give to see her again. She's a cousin of MOP, the tall one. Got tweet this to MOP. The tall one. The tall one of MOP, you came to my facility in the early 2000s, and I gave you my phone number to give to her. Maybe he thought I was trying to flirt. I don't know. I was sincere. Please give this to your cousin Brazzy. He'll know what cousin I'm talking about. Yeah, he's such a good dude. It was so good to meet him. And that's really her cousin. All these years I thought she was bullshitting. I don't know why I would thought she was. I don't know. And she's a truthful chick. I was like, that's your cousin. We all was like, MLP's your cousin. The tall guy, she was saying his name too. Turns out that's her cousin, isn't it, bitch? Shout out to MOP. But in the event, back to the story. I wonder if he's related to this cousin that did this. I probably not. He knew you got cousins on your daddy and your mama's side. She knew both her sides of the family. But that's my heart. I mean, she went to school. Oh gosh, I want to see her again. But okay, I digress. The point of the matter is, I wasn't about to hit shit, and I was prepared to really. My thing is not to just be defiant. What if I would have OD'd to some dumb shit and my mama know I don't fuck with shit like that? My mama like, y'all got the wrong person. My daughter don't do that shit. And my daughter don't go in abandoned buildings. You sure you got the right person? That type of information to my mother's psyche would be too fucking great. It makes no absolute sense. And again, in the hood, math teachers, not every teacher, but math got the college, psychology, sociology. Teachers kept repeating humans are creatures of habit. People in the street, elders would say, humans are creatures of habit. There's no fucking habit of me going up there doing it. My mother was like, that don't make no, it doesn't make motherfucking sense. And then the truth of the matter is, I agreed to go to get Bojangles. My mother go, okay, that makes sense. She was going to promise her 2-piece in the biscuit. The French fry. Motherfucking foodie ass. But, hold on. Baby, it's raining? You didn't want the breeze? It was too much. It was too breezy.
What are you talking about?
You closed the door?
No.
Oh, my bad. My good. Pardon me. You know, I'm just a little breeze. You know, this menopause, menopause make you feel hot. Anyway, so my point of the teenage thing. You could really, really do dumb shit. And now I remember, and this was mentioned in anatomy physiology class. I saw Aphrodite Stone a video for Kenneka Jenkins too. And this is no laughing matter. Just thinking back on the friendship follies and the fool ass follies as my team. They had been the ancestors, but I'm not even I was more physically fit as a teenager, of course, and more ready to fight as a teenager. And I wasn't even not violent, but willing. Like, if it goes down, it's going to go the fuck down. But that's Aries, your Aries phase. Again, Aries is the god of war. So I was fully prepared to fight that motherfucker to the... nigga, I'm not hitting shit. I'm not doing shit you tell me. Fuck you. I don't even motherfucking know you. Get the fuck off me, bitch. No. Oh, she's slick with the mouth. Oh, you got a lot of mouth. And nigga, you have a lot of insanity. Get the fuck off me, bitch. Yo. But Brazzy was helping. She was physically trying to get him off of me, and I just rather the fight than to actually do that shit. And then not only that, Charlene's mom, blessings be upon your spirit. Rise in power, mama. She used to babysit my little brother. You gotta read the memoir. But she would say, this is the 80s now, the crack epidemic in the hood is rampant. She would go, if you could see the results of doing that, and she was a Taurus, being Venetian beauty, and just beautiful, beautiful woman, aesthetically inside out. And she would sit there, elder, you know, she would sit there, she would go, I don't understand, if you could look around you and see the results of that action, why do it? Why would you want to do something that make you look ugly? I would never forget she said that. We sat at the kitchen table. Kitchen table talk is literal and real in the hood. Then and now. It's where all the food is, and she could cook. Charlene could cook. Y'all read the memoir. Today is her sister's birthday. I can't even say her given name, but yeah, I got to call her happy birthday. I mean, Facebook it. No, I just reminded. I remembered. Anyway, anywho, so I wasn't interested in hitting the motherfucking thing. And if I'm going to be hooked, how would I support such a crazy habit as a teenager with my after-school job? Motherfucker, if you don't get off me, bitch, that is the misery loves company at its fucking height, or lowly lows, if you will. Nigga, we gonna fight today, bitch. I'm not hitting the motherfucking thing. I'll smack it out your hand. I'm just talking big shit, but I meant it. I meant it. Nowadays, is a Cameron lyric that I don't have to ask for. If I hear that lyric, it's on. I ain't even about that motherfucking life like that ordinarily, but it could get that motherfucking way, okay? I'll be about it on call, camera on call. I don't know. It just, I hear it and I just go, okay, this is it. Fuck the consequences. Well, I guess the fuck it's gonna be what's gonna be. But this is way, like, this is the 80s, light years before that song came out. I don't even know what song it is. I just know he says something. No, I ain't giving it away. Something he says, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is it. It's gonna be what the fuck it's gonna be. And it looks like it. Dr. King was right about that. If you're not willing to die for something, you ain't fit to live. He said that shit. Because as soon as you get in that mode, they back the fuck up and leave you alone. They back the fuck off. And I remember I was on a cruise ship. And it was about to go. Never mind. You got to read the memoirs for the shit. But anyway, yeah. So we fought our way up out of there. No, she ain't get no money from him. No, the fuck we can go to Bojangles. Yes, I cursed her ass out all the way to the fucking train. On the train. And no, she couldn't spend the night. She used to be spending the night at my house a lot. I guess she went the background. She lived, she had family in 40 projects. And she's from Astoria projects. No. What the fuck was that? She was like, I didn't know he would do that. He was bugging. He must have had smoked some bad shit. Do you see my close calls as a teenager? Oh, and I used to hang out with her in 40. Or y'all can read them cuties though. But nothing ever happened. I read Pepper's book. What about Pep? I think she was in an apartment in 40. See, my thing is, don't go in the apartment. Once you in a closed area and they can close the door, fuck that. No, Brazzy, I wait for your ass in front of the building. I wait for your ass in front of the building. One time I walked up the steps to look for, I'm not going in no place where you can close. See, that's the thing. He was in there in the abandoned building and had a door. Y'all sisters beware the closed door, and the nigga could close the door and he got, but I stands by the motherfucking door. Kia, you read about Kia in my memoir. When we go to the park jams, the only thing, and this is the irony, a party in a park jam, I get all in it. Queen Pin, a party ain't a party till it's ran all through. But Kia used to play the exits close. She'll boogie and dance by the exit. Nah, nigga start shooting. Fuck that. I'm out. She said, I seen the nigga when he came in. I'm like, but how can you tell? Something about his energy. It'd be off. We black people, we got natural rhythm. If his rhythm is off or he overdresses in the summer, bye bitches, bye. We didn't have like motherfucking cell phones or beepers where you can text a bitch, go, get out. But I'm letting y'all call me flat lever. That was the term back in the 80s, flat lever. Y'all can call me a flat lever all the fuck you want. I done told y'all bitches I don't get all up in the fucking inside of a party. Because when the shit go down, I'm the fuck out. Oh, the 80s, y'all. Jigga Man with the 80s baby. I want to. So much fun. And so much danger. I was friends with Ant. Truly platonic. That friendship window is real that Chris Rock talked about. That friendship window, truly platonic. And he lived in the projects in Brooklyn. Did he live in LG? Was it LG? I don't have the sense, the God-given, no, cancel, no, conscious person to hear that shit. The ancestors' blessings of wisdom bestowed upon my crown must have been in dormant. I'm used to be skipping through Brooklyn projects like I ain't, no good sense. I was never the big door knocker earrings one. You learned my high school incident in the basement. I should tell you that shit, because this is about friendship shit. This ought to be friendship volume. What I'm up to volume, what, 4 or 5? I don't fucking know, I gotta see. I'm gonna make this a friendship volume. Yes, that's what I am. I'm gonna do that shit. I am in high school. Y'all won't read the memoir if I keep giving you all the juice and shit. But I don't do the door knocker things because of the high school incident, which I'll get to in a moment. But any of it, what was that? Did I finish Brazzy? I'm trying to think of what other high school shit. But these not even setups. This is what makes it so sinister. Some premeditative shit, which is Scorpio. See, this is how tarot cards work. From what was taught to me, different schools of thought, okay? There's something called the Akashic Records. Akasha. Rising Power Aliyah, okay? There's something else Akasha to attach to me. Y'all read the memoir, find that out, all right? Akasha is the acacia tree, okay, which is DMT. And DMT, reportedly, you take that, you go back into the memory of your past lives and things of that nature. Shout out to KT, the arch degree, mentioning the acacia tree. In that video you did with your brother Blue Pill, the quantum, great video, okay? All right, now, when the Akashic Records is like the cosmic internet. That's what was taught to me. To the detractors and trolls and hatrix and y'all, different schools of thought. Click off, look at, go ear hustle somewhere the fuck else, okay? Okay, back to the same crew sitting here, the same rationales, okay? When people have a thought, also look at Spank Your Monkey. 6-minute video. I'm not even sure that's still up here. I'm gonna look and see if Spank Your Monkey is good. That's on here too. Talk about everything. It sees what you see. It does what you does. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors see shit. You want to disappoint your ancestors? Do you give a shit? I don't know. Look, your ancestors is the one to come scoop you out. Take me out with the fader. Your ancestors ain't fucking with you. Who coming for you when you leave your husk? Huh? Especially when you have the wherewithal to do what you have to do to thank the earth for your husk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better find out about your solar eclipse and your lunar eclipse when you were born. What was going on? You're going to get your Google on. I read it in Jan Spiller's book. Okay, if you don't have no wherewithal to do any type of thankful things to the earth, your ancestor, who gonna smoke you out with the fader when you exit your husk? Who? I digress. In any event, that's it. You don't care about people. Do you care about yourself? The egoics usually get self-serving, narcissistic. I guess it's a different type of self-care with egoic. And anyway, did I finish Brazzy? I did. Yeah, but I don't know if even know if these cases are applicable. I'm gonna do the one in high school, then I'm gonna do the other one where the friendship thing just goes, real icky. But Akashic records. I know I need to get going. When you have a thought, it goes to your Akashic records immediately. Okay, and that's ruled by Libra. That's Mayat. Okay, Earth, Malkuth. Tiamat wants to balance itself. The earth will stop at nothing to restore balance on her axis. Period. It ain't personal. It's restoring balance. That's how it started. And that's how it will regenerate and continue to be. Despite whatever the oppressor and dictator want. They like things to remain in balance. Okay. Where was I? Yeah. So whatever you think, whatever you say, whatever you do, especially the thinking, that's why in courts they will know, was it premeditated? Because then you get Scorpio and Pluto involved, that premeditative shit. And if it's secret, premeditation, when you share with a whole flock of other fucking people, groups is ruled by Aquarius. Never mind, I won't get into this astrology shit. But I can't help it, I'm an astro mama. Okay, so what the fuck it is. But a lone thought is a Scorpio. Secrets, but secret secretes eventually, if you into etymology. Okay, but still secret is Scorpio. So courts really was it premeditated? Because if it was in a secret, that's Pluto power. They resent that. You know, something that happens instinctually, reflex, impulse. That's Aries. You know, never mind. Never the fuck mind. If you into astrology, then you don't even fucking know what it is. If you study like I study or more in depth, you already know. What I'm saying to you is this: when you have these thoughts, if the thought is of balance, the earth wants you to finish that out. The universe rather. Well, are you gonna complete it? If the thought is in balance, natural balance, aligned with the universe. Now, if it's a thought that's out of balance, as Iyanla would tell people, you are out of order. That's math. You get it? If the thought is out of balance, no, the earth don't want you to complete that thought. Especially if you're a woman, a womb. You know, the black hole, that's the earth's, the universe's wound. If you are out of order, they don't want you to finish, abort that mission because it's not aligned with natural us. Christian and Orthodox, women's health, woman with wisdom, okay? So it was a cyclical force. I know Erica Badu mentioned it once. I was like, oh man, does she read Christian and Orthodox? She ain't. EB, they even have to read Christian and Orthodox. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, so, Akashic Records. So, whatever you do, the Akashic Records, whatever you're thinking, the Akashic Records already documented that. They did. Nothing personal, that's just what it does. So, when you get a card reading, you're reading the thoughts, especially if you're saying the name. And this Kenneka Jenkins, she knows the names of her friends. You giving Akashic Records names. What is the intention? What is the outcome if I go to this party? What is the outcome for me? What is the outcome of the party? That's already, if it was thought of, that's what makes fate, something that's reflexive and instinct, so scary, because it wasn't pre-thought. It just, unless the person is just fucked up. Like they go around and just fuck up parties and saboteur. Now, they're a saboteur. That's a reading. Will there be any saboteurs at the party? Who? Around what time will they jump into action with sabotage and shit? You know what I'm saying? But if they don't have a pre-thought to come there and harm anyone, the Akashic Records won't pick up that data. It's not premeditated. Meditation. They're not meditating on some foul shit. So they don't have that. But they do have, if the person is naturally, there's no natural fucked up. If the person is just toxic, they have that information, okay? So, or if this happened in a past life, here we go. They try to say shit ain't fucking around. Life is cyclical. Each life writes a script for the next. I'm going to give you an example. A close friend of mine, like a big sister to me. The ones who we pay our taxes to, their salary is tax paid by the taxes. The boys in blue. Home invade. Using the terminology others use for this incident, it was a they home invaded her house for her son. Her son, he's in his 20s, and But Legal Beagle had a legal job and everything, but out of jealousy, friends. Oh God, friendship again. Oh, I wish he fucked with tarot. I told her to do. He don't fuck with tarot readers. She was like, no. Jealousy. Just he has a legal good job. So I think they're jealous that he sort of made it in what quote unquote the Legal Beagle way, and just told that he had something that he didn't have. Just jealousy, just to make him have a miserable moment. And I won't get on to it because that's not my story to tell. I told her to write her memoirs because that is some shit. But the story of the matter is she has another son who's mentally, what would be called mentally challenged and disabled in a wheelchair. And then she had a grandbaby there. And let me tell you, one of the cops said this. She overheard him saying it to another cop. Not to her, no, not the decency to her. But I guess walking out the door, he said, I feel bad. And his colleague must have said, why? Caucasian colleague, like, why? Like, what do you feel bad for? He said, well, for the disabled guy and the baby. Because the baby started screaming. This is 1 o'clock in the morning from what she told me, that they did this to her home. And, but luckily everyone was still up. Well, that's, I guess, just New York lifestyle. Everybody was still up. I don't know if it was the weekend. I forget what day of the week. Because, into astrology and numerology, you want to know the day of the week. And I was telling her, I wish you did a morning spread. You don't have to do a full spread, but like 3 cards. How will my day be? Morning, afternoon, and night. She was like, girl, I don't own no tarot cards. She's into Christianity, but not hard body. She's like, I don't own no deck of cards. I'm like, you may want to buy a pack. Well, technically, someone should buy your first pack. And I would, but I don't think she would receive it well because it's the whole Christian thing. But I said, had you did that, you would have saw what was possibly about to go down. And I said, were you dressed? She said, thank heaven. She had on shorts and a t-shirt. Everybody was dressed. I think they was up. I don't know, frying chicken. They were just up. Thank heavens. Because to be sleeping, the element that you get a heart attack from that. The book Once a Cop by Corey Pegues. Shout out to Booby. We from around the same way. Hey, Booby. Anyway, but in his book, he's talked about a sister in her 50s that happened to. She had a heart attack and died. And come to find out, they claimed they had the wrong house. And nobody got in trouble. He said they documented it as a mistake. They had the wrong house. But why do you have to put a Molotov cocktail? From what the book said, they rolled something in her house and exploded, and she had a heart attack because it's shocking, as it's supposed to be. But I'm like, is all that necessary for one woman? But again, they claimed they didn't know it was just one woman. They thought they had. But how could you have trained? Now, I went to the academy myself. How could you be a trained professional and allegedly staking out the house or whatever you're doing and have the wrong house? I'm sure this is months of investigation. I don't know. Corey Pegues, I think you're right in that book. Breaking Rank is another good by Richard. His last name, I forget his last name. That's a good book too. Get some insight into, their world. I digress. I really digress because I forgot where I was at. Hold on, y'all. Oh, geez. Oh, timing about the Akashic Records and your this life, your next life, your previous life. Now, I don't know if you've been told this, but kids and animals and the mentally challenged, people who are disabled in this kind of, they're very honest. All he has is honesty, her son. And the time of day that they did that, they came into her home looking for her son. What we call her normal son that's in his 20s. He's working a job. And I'm like, he has tax returns to prove that he has paperwork to prove he has a legal job and how he procured it. Never mind. Because this is a paper trail. This is a paper society. And you have the paperwork to prove it. Why did they even drag him? Literally drag him out the house. And oh, jeez, y'all. But come to find out, some friend he had, it's all speculation allegedly, from on his video it is, told on him these tall stories, tall tales out of jealousy. Just seething with jealousy. But Boosie said hypnotized with hate. Just, oh God. And you can't sense it. If this is your homie for years, that's my point, long-standing friends, it don't even dawn on you to get some reading to see what's going on. I don't know. Back to my point at hand. Now, remember her mentally challenged son, honest and true. She said, don't you know, I wonder if he's still going through this now. It's been a couple of years. She said, don't you know after after that happened, the same time, she said he started screaming at the same time they came in. Same time he started screaming. This has been going on for months. I mean, screaming like he did when they first came in. And I'm using came in loosely. I'm putting it mild and civilly sounding. And I said, math. She said, what you mean? I said, mathematics. In your next life, around the same time something happened, you're supposed to fine tune it. Or in Buddhism is clearing your karma, erasing your karma. Like they're volunteering to do the bathroom. They were, a lot of Buddhists volunteer cleaning. Like they're literally cleaning their karma for whatever they did in the past life. Certain things you have to do to ensure that that doesn't happen again, or it happens in a different, more sane way. You know what I mean? That even though she was like, well, it should be the cops' karma. They're the ones who violated. I said, no, I agree with you. We all have our karma to pay. Trust me. But well, never mind the spiritual dialogue I had with her. But my point is, when it's not premeditated and it happens, and it's more like fate. So you wonder what happened in the past life around that mathematical time to bring about that same thing or similar. It's vitally important to know who you are, people. Please, mathematically. If this doesn't resonate with you, click off. You shouldn't even be drawn to this channel no way if you a hard Christian or something like that. That doesn't. I don't know how you found this channel. Okay, you shouldn't be looking at secular stuff anyway if you're a hard-nosed Christian. No, you shouldn't be here. Okay, I'm sure there's Christian channels on YouTube. But if you are open to knowing who you are, I would definitely learn your natal chart. Learn it. Sit with it every day. Study it. Know your personal math, your life path number, your destiny number. Get into all of that. It's hard to find, good readers or readers that align with you. When you find one, you want a past life retrograde reading. You know what I mean? You just want to know who you are, why you are, and where you're going. Your deeds dictate the trajectory of where you're going. Period. I know we live like Rudy. I'm going to call her Rudy. Shout out to Rudy. I love you, Rudy girl. How she said, if you're good and you drop into a barrel of bad, what do you think going to happen to you? With that said, descending down to this dimension with all the nonsensical, senseless crimes and violence going on, it's so hard. It's so hard to maintain righteousness. But you have to, because it's for you. It's not to impress anyone. That is your ticket out of here in a righteous trajectory, if you will. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about self-defense. Somebody's physically at you or on you. You got to do what you got to do. But that's balance. The universe can discern what's balance and what's imbalance as far as self-defense is concerned. But I'm not okaying it. I'm just telling you per my studies. For legal reasons. You've been untwisted your words and some bullshit. I didn't study statutes and codes. I told you I had 95 credits in legal studies. Y'all, back to Kenneka Jenkins. I don't know about, and one good reading too, Miss Retta, her reading was good too. How she saw her with her mom and sisters and comforting them. How mature is that to make the transition and come back and sit and comfort your family? Blessings be to her beautiful spirit. Retta's reading was very profound because she said her last thoughts was her mom. Her last thoughts were her mom and her sister and her family. And I'd rather they be her last thoughts than, the entities around her. You know what I mean? What's so painful? You were lured there. I keep stressing this because this could happen again. How many people, peer pressure is very, very prevalent during our teen phase. Hell, peer pressure can go right into your 20s and 30s if you ain't careful. Be very careful. If it feels like pressure, that's not friendly. That's my motto. Does it feel like fun or like pressure? Friendly shouldn't feel like fucking pressure. Do you see what I'm saying? But just don't. It's gonna be a long video because, again, my heart is heavy for her, for my teenage self. I don't know what her calling could have been the fun of it all and just the booze, the weed. My calling is usually food, although I did partake in Calvin Coolers and, you know, stuff like that, Pink Chappelle. But it wouldn't be my calling. You know, the cheaper, the smell. Oh, the smell. I like the smell more than I like tonate. My friends be like, she's wasting it. She's not inhaling. Oh, God, you can't roll. You roll pregnant. Let me roll. They didn't really want me to do the shit. They thought I was wasting the isms. But, my calling was always food. Who's cooking? Who got the fried chicken? Do they burn their hairs? Do they clean their chicken with salt, lemon juice, and vinegar? No, let me do the chicken. My calling has always been some good food, you know. And when people realize what you like, what your weaknesses are, that could be used against you, you know. Are you going to order the king crab legs? Are we going to get the fried, we're going to get Chinese? We're going to get delivered? You know, just always food oriented. My mother always had a stock pantry. I'm big now for a reason. Trust me, I've earned each and every pound, okay? Pepper said, every curve of my body got a story to tell. Yeah, word of my... Well, every pound on my body got a story to tell. Got a recipe to tell. Every ache in my body has a story to tell, too. Every ache in my heart has a story to tell. That's the memoirs, purpose of the memoir. I just... And guys, too. I have a friend, shout out to V, she had a cousin who got in a car with his homies back in the days, Brooklyn. Lost his life. I guess he thought they were friends. I don't know. Happened to guys, too. Your friends could lure you into. Other than, I keep stressing it because I can't think of any other preventive measures other than tarot deck. Or if you have a feeling. I was an oblivious teen. I can be an oblivious woman now. Things feel sane and friendly. You know, mean and curt and dispirited people, you know, shun. It is something to shun, but the silver lining of a mean person is you have your warning. The frequency is off. You have your warning right at the gate. With me, if you're sane, if you're seemingly sane and friendly, my guard go down. And I got to really watch. That's why I like the tarot deck. Because if I trust me, only requirements to get me reeled in is friendliness and sanity and good food. Clean, good-looking food. Shit. I'm like, okay, I'll bring the wine. Some white wine spritzers. Because I won't go nowhere empty-handed. It's just tacky. I'll bring the booze and the wine and maybe the dessert. I'm on my way. Okay. But, oh, high school. Well, I was going to give y'all 3, right? I may be giving y'all 3 hours. I can only do 3-hour videos with this thing here. I'm not giving a shit if you listen or not. I feel good getting this off my chest. I was in high school. And, what is her name in the book? Taj. All girls with this name, I think I just gave them Taj. I have to make a distinction with all the Tajes that be in it. Because I just don't feel like finding all the pseudonyms all the damn time. I'm tell a story, type it, and get through the shit. But Taj from Brooklyn, pretty girl, light skin, what was called good hair back then. And they still call it good hair today. The Indian hair. Shout out to Mary J. Blige. She was in some interview years ago. And she said, there's guys around the way I like, but I know they wouldn't like me. And the interviewer was like, why? I think you're attractive. She said, no, well, back then it was different guys, you know, were attracted to different things. I wasn't light skinned with all this Indian hair. I was like, that was like that in Yonkers. Mary was like that in the Five Boroughs too in the 80s, you know. And ironically, the cats that checked for the dark-skinned chicks, they were high yellow dudes. You know what I mean? This, the irony of contrast. So they would tell you what opposites attract. You know, black and white magic, I guess. I don't know. But anywho, so I was in high school, and I still have my virginity too. I still have my virginity. This teenage years. Maybe I was 15 or 16, and I used to hang out with Taj. She was from Brooklyn. Or did I call her Chauncey in the book? I think her train stop was either Chauncey or Ralph Avenue. I told you I used to hang out in Brooklyn a lot, my teenager. Did I tell you about Amp when I was walking through his project? He came and saved me though. Chicks surrounded me, wanted my Fendi bag and door knockers. I I tell you, teenage years, just no thinking, just go, no premeditative thoughts. That's what Aphrodite Stone said. Your frontal lobe isn't even really formed to age 27, 26. She said 26. When I was in taking nursing anatomy physiology class, I think they said 27. Either or, same day, a year different, same thing. And just to have that flight, you know, just that forethought, like maybe I shouldn't rope through these projects at this hour. Looking to chill with Aunt. So cool. I think he was from, was it Fort Greene? Farragut? I don't know. This is the 80s. I don't know. But I used to play hooky with him. Purely platonic. He was a cutie too. And I was told I was a cutie patootie. He had acne and blemishes, but no. I think he was a sibling in the past life. We were like brothers and sisters. That's what we told people from there on out. Until we got busted. Oh God, Patrice in the book. Y'all read the memoir, funny as hell. His older brother came home from work and was like, "We have a sister." When I tell you that shit was funny as hell. And I say older, this is in his 20s. We teenagers, but you know, never mind. Back to the friendship betrayal. So, and Taj is cool. We were close. We were cool. We was in photography class together. We developed pictures together. We sat back to back in a black and white photo that we took and developed. We were cool. Libra. And nothing in her being a Libra, I was surprised being betrayed like this. But maybe she really thought I did. And she dated a guy, light-skinned cutie, Trevor. He from Brooklyn. He had the beak nose. They just made a cute couple. Something happened where he found out about her leaving school. This is the 80s, so don't quote me verbatim. But somehow another leaving school early, to cut out early to go be with other dudes. I don't even know the details. I didn't even know she cut out early. I don't even give a shit. Because I hung out with her, but then I hung out with Patrice, and there was Shadijia. Eclectic, you know, I guess. Like Mr. Phillips. You read about Mr. Phillips. Like, they called him the mayor of the school because he, you know how you don't hang out with one certain clique. You belong. Well, I think I was adopted after a while. But I was with Brazzy. Just, I don't know. I just made my rounds from clique to clique, and it was, this is accepted if you're accepted like that. Mr. Phillips was too, and he used to like me. Taurus. Oh, he interned on Wall Street. He must be making somebody a very happy husband today. And a Taurus too. Learning Wall Street early. I know he done got that guap. I was a fool. Because I'm thinking he wasn't hard enough. What the fuck is wrong with us? We was like an alpha man. He wasn't by no stretch of the imagination soft. He saved me from Mercury. There was a rapper named Mercury. Freestyle like a motherfucker. Y'all can read about that in the memoir. And just with a whisper in Mercury's ear, to this day, I don't even know what Mr. Phillips told him. But he would wear the button downs. In Brooklyn Fly, you know, was all name brand. But then he go to, he shop at Sims or Central 20. We in high school now. Fly shit. Big guy. I wouldn't say he put you in the mind. Not big as Biggie, but I wonder if he knew Biggie. He was from Schenectady. Hi, Mr. Phillips. I was a fool. Just young and immature. But he sure did like me. He used to go to the annex. Printing had an annex. He tried to kiss. Yeah, read it. Yeah, read that memoir. Read the memoir. But anywho, so he got word, Trev, that she, and he struck me as honest. Because I'm sitting here saying, why don't you just go ask him? Ask him who told you. And they was like, well, we did. And he keeps saying one of your friends. No, I'll come. I'll stand there. You can say, well, is it this friend? Because he struck me as, I know it's Brooklyn, y'all, but he still struck me as being honest and principled about something like that. And not only that, I wasn't raised, because I didn't even see my mama do it. And when you hear her and her friends talk, you just knew that certain things was a no-no. You know, as a little girl, your mother is a goddess to you. You watch her and her friends. And this is Harlem 70s beauty with the afro and the big earrings, the bangles. These women were goddesses to me and beautiful. And as a little girl, you're looking up at them as tall Amazonian beauties. You know, Amazon, just beautiful. Because you know, you but so short, you but so tall. You're a little girl. But you would hear them talk, and you're curious about womanhood and things of that nature. They're so pretty. Harlem, I don't. If you're young and you don't understand what I'm talking about, look at Good Times. Yeah, Thelma and her friends, or when James Evans Sr. in Florida went away, the chocolate beauty that came to the door. I can't think of her name now. Shout out to C.D. Mitchell. She did a video for this actress recently. I think she's 75. I still look good. But just Harlem women in the 70s. My mom and her friends. My mommy went to City College. I think she went to BMCC too. Her brother went to Columbia. And you read about her brother, her half brother from father's side of my book. You just, you know, people. That's a whole nother topic. Him and mommy don't speak because their dad, I believe, mommy won't even go check just to prove to him and the family she's not money hungry. So the father must have left mommy some sort of land in Belize, and he's pissed about that, and that just cut my mother off. Mom was like, I don't want the land, you know, just trying to prove that she's wholesome and not money hungry. She's never even investigated that thing. And I'm like, fuck him. Oh, I digress, y'all. But just beautiful, my mom. I ain't saying because my mom. I'm saying because she was aesthetically inside out too. I have grievances with her. You read in the memoir. But long and the short of it, I never seen my mother to kiki up in men's face, making small talk with them. I never seen her do anything like that. You hear her friends dismayed with women that do that, making small talk with people's husbands and they man. I don't do it. My mother didn't do it. I didn't witness her and her friends do it. So that was a no-no. So by the time I'm in high school, even though I'm a teenager, I know not to make small talk with somebody's boyfriend. I don't do it. Now, if I come into your house, I was raised right. You enter a house, you say hello to everyone in the house, especially the ones who pay the bills. So that would be, you know, your friend and her husband or her boyfriend or whatever. But that's it. Hi, you know, how you doing? You know, just cordial, respectful. And my focus is my friend. I don't sit and cozy up and have banter with your man. I just don't do it. I'm not even led to do it again because I didn't see my mama do that. Anyway, the long and the short, there's close friends. You know, you have double dates and you close friends and things, but it's a collective dialogue. The double date, y'all all talking and communing like that. But just sidebar dialogue with your husband and man, no, you be hard pressed. And it's at length, and I'm putting him on to some shit. No. And in the hood, you don't snitch anyway. Girl code and I'm not talking about not snitching where there's some sort of death or something grave involved, and it's not even a warranted death. I don't know what would be a warranted death. You killed a child molester or something like that. I'm talking about innocence was taken. I'm not talking about no snitching policy with something like innocence. You know what I'm saying? Being robbed. I'm talking about you in the hood. You know not to be going up to somebody's man and I'm a volunteer. What would be in it for me? And I told you I was food driven. Not that you could buy me with a hamburger or something, but I'm going to do that for nothing. I'm just going to volunteer dialogue to him, volunteer intel to him for nothing. Not a cheesecake, not a cupcake. No, my brain doesn't. No, I didn't know. And maybe because I'm from Harlem, but what would be in it for me? No, I'm not that girl. I was usually oblivious, trying to get that my after-school job. And then a cute little, you know, I'm going to buy some penny loafers. What Biggie said, money, clothes, and hoes. My thing was food, cute clothes. Whoever was my cute boo at the moment in high school. That's pretty much it. Cute clothes, cute penny loafers, cute sneakers, cute kicks. Or whoever was the current boo. I was thinking about your boo, bitch. In any event. So she came, I had gym, okay? I had gym. She came to the gym to get me. And I remember she was saying that she was going to bring me back my Blimpie sandwich. I was like, okay, you're going to bring me back a Blimpie? Cool. So she came to the gym and I was like, where's the Blimpie? She said, oh, it's downstairs. I said, you left my food unattended? She said, no, so-and-so's watching it. So she had her Brooklyn friends. And I didn't know them like I'm cool and I chill with them, but I knew their names, you know, from her talking about them niggas, her friends back then. I was like, oh, okay. She's like, you know, she's watching all the food. We're going to, you know, eat and chill down there. I'm like, in the basement? Now, you would cut through the basement and you get to the gym quickly versus going to the gym the conventional route. So I knew about that path to the basement, through the basement to get to the gym. And it's lit, but not well lit down there. You know what I mean? But I felt no fear because I've walked that path myself. But I didn't think it was a place to cozy up and eat our sandwiches. Is there even any chairs? She was like, no. We could just, you know, chill down there. You know, we got some smoke. I was like, oh, okay. Even though, again, I wasn't pressed for the achiever. But yeah, in our school, people did smoke and drink. Security guards didn't even fuck with you, really. Freedom like a motherfucker in that school. You read about the shit. Security guard was cool as hell. Tyrone, rise in power, rise. R.I.P. Tyrone. But anywho, so I get down to the basement, and I don't even smell the Blimpie. Is Blimpie still in business? But back then, you could smell that oil and vinegar strong. I was like, you sure the sandwich is around the corner? Let me tell you, that movie, not Casino, Goodfellas, when he was telling her there was some pretty dresses back there, Robert De Niro's character, he was trying to, you know, tell her to go back there and get them dresses. I so admire her instinct. Like, I ain't walking back there. Fuck that. And I was into fashion. This movie came out in the 90s. I don't know if I was as into fashion in the 90s. Y'all realize why in the book. But I was into, you know, fashion boosting, commiserating with boosters in the 80s. So fashion and food could have got me to walk back there and look at, like, really? You got Evan Pacone dresses? And food? Pizza? It's back there? My fool ass. Going back there looking for the fucking skirts and damn milkshakes. Like, yeah, milkshake brought the shit to the yard, alright, but shit. I know the song wasn't out in the 80s, whatever the fuck. Shout out to Khalees. But, yes, I'm saying, people, watch your weaknesses. People watch them shits. They watch and trust and believe, okay? So, I'm down there looking for the Blimpies, like, I don't even smell the oil and vinegar. She was like, oh, you don't? And this is a Libra now. I'm like, no. I'm like, you sure the food is down here? My oblivious ass. Oh my God. They said, don't trust a free lunch. And I can hear my mother's voice. That shit is in the 48 Powers of Law, I think, too. You know, you get grown, you're like, damn, mommy told me that when I was little. Them elders got wisdom, y'all, okay? So you hear a voice. I hear my mother's voice going, don't trust a free lunch. As we turn around the bend, she opened the door, and all her Brooklyn bitches standing there. Maybe about 8 or 9 of them. I recognized all the faces. I didn't know all the names, but I knew the faces. They all students at the school. And no Blimpie in sight. No sandwich. Nothing. No pickles. Nothing. No french fries. Nothing. No potato chips. There's no food in sight. So I'm looking at Taj like, what is this? She was like, we got word that you told Trevor that I cut out early the other day to go be with so-and-so and so. You got word from whom? I didn't even see him. And if I did see him, we don't have a conversational rapport. Yes, I spoke like that as a teenager. Why? Not through the academia the way I cut out of school. Because my mama talked like that and her sister talked like that. These are 2 women I looked up to. So I'm like, even if I did see him, why would I speak to him? We don't have a conversational rapport. So her Brooklyn beast, you know, they get upset. Oh, why is she talking fancy? Fuck her. Bitch, you think you better than us? Why are you talking all fancy with the big words? And I'm like, rapport is a big word? At the time, I didn't think rapport. These words my mother used daily. My mother's vocabulary was very extensive. I'm like, if you hear so many words since a little girl, since she raised me, she's speaking like this problem since I'm in her womb. Certain words that you hear all the time, you just don't think as, quote, big, in quote, words. I'm like, that's a big word. And then in any event, so I'm like, no, I didn't tell him that. And I wouldn't. I don't have that type of connection to him to have that type of dialogue. Why don't you just ask him? This is before cell phones where you can just text and call somebody. I'm like, can we just go where he is and you can ask him who told him? Who told him this? I'm sure he'll know who told him. And they was like, no. And then, you know, Taj is a Libra, so you can see her processing it. Because air signs are about logic. You know what I mean? Scorpio psychological genes, they're about truth, forensics, depth. But air signs are about logic. Especially Aquarius and Libra. Gemini is mutable. So a Gemini probably would just fell into the frequency of that moment inside it. And then she from Brooklyn. They all know I'm only Queen's person in the huddle. They begin to like surround me like sharks too. And I remember with Shimon. Shimon is my bestie in the book. That's a pseudonym. I remember when she said, find a wall. She said that shit when we was in the movie theater. I don't know if she thought some shit was like that. She said, find a motherfucking wall and kick your way out of that motherfucker. Kick. I got the punches and the kicks. You should stay kicking. Shout out to Shimon. So I'm looking to go, and they trying to encircle me, and I'm looking to find the wall. But the more you move, the more restless they get. You know when, you know, culprits and crooks be like, don't move. I think your movements make them, because they looking to control you. So if you're moving and they sick, demented mind, that's a signal of their lack of control over you. So I'm moving to find a wall, get my back up against the wall, and get the motherfucking kicking. And I left my knapsack, my books and shit upstairs in the gym on the bleachers, and I had no pen. And my mother's non-violent as she is, she's always like, use an ink pen. Use an ink pen. If you're using something that's a definite weapon, your ass gonna be in trouble. Because they be like, well, why are you carrying a weapon? You know how the fuzz be like, why the fuck are you carrying a weapon? They gonna be like, why are you carrying the pen? I'm a student. Fuck, I'm carrying the pen for. So mama said, this is all alleged now. Mommy ain't get that ink pen in your hand and get this fucking town, okay? Mommy did the shit. They tried to surround her back in the but she had my brother back then. I know it was the 60s, and she had a safety pin. Open safety pins in both hands. They was like, she got something. Back up, bitches. Back the fuck up. Mommy don't even curse, but it wasn't going down like that. Now we could shoot a fair one. Y'all want to outnumber, bitch? Here comes some fucking weaponry, okay? Fuck that. So I'm like, oh god, all my pens are upstairs. What the fuck I gotta do? Oh shit. So I'm listen to Shimon, find the wall, and get the kicking. And the big thing then too, the elders say, grab the big one. Grab the main one, the boss, the leader. Grab the leader and don't let the leader go. But the leader of the pack in this instance would have been Taj. I would assume. I'm like, gosh, I'm gonna fight my friend. Oh my Jesus! Good heavens, we cool. We're gonna act normal in class the next day. What the fuck? But I was fully prepared to grab that pretty bitch. Because they don't know me. You know me. Have you seen me holding court with your man? And really, your boyfriend, we in high school. You were supposed to vouch for me right then and there. They don't know me. But when I talked to elders about it back then, this is their theory. She befriended someone. I know turf wars. It seems so silly now as an adult to think back, but she befriended someone from Queens. Maybe that's a no-no in the Brooklyn chick culture. I don't know. And then y'all had a genuine rapport, a real, not tight-knit, close friendship. We know I've been to Brooklyn. She never been to our crib in Queens, no, but they may have not liked that. It's just, it wasn't sanctioned by them. That's her clique. That's her BK crew. And it wasn't sanctioned from them to have a satellite or ancillary friend. What is this extracurricular activity you're doing with this homie over here? What are y'all doing? So, no, we don't like you friends with her. So let's conjure up a lie. Okay? You having problems with your boyfriend? Okay, let's add some toxic texture to that and say this chick said this to him when it was probably one of them. I'm gonna get it fucked up, okay? Wait, let's say she said it. She said this to him, so you can stop being friends with her. And as a bonus, we can jump her. As a bonus, okay? So, like the movie Glory, when Denzel kept his motherfucking lock eyes on the motherfucker, not even the motherfucker hitting him. He locked on to the motherfucker, the other motherfucker. Okay, you saw Glory at the end? Okay. So I just lock eyes with Taj. Soon as they jump, I'm going to grab this pretty bitch and I ain't letting the fuck go. You going to get what they doing to me. And that's just how, and it's in the basement. We don't even know, security do rounds, Tyrone. Don't even know when they're going to do a round down there. Who the fuck going to hear me in the gym? I'm in the basement. I'm not letting this pretty bitch go. I ain't letting her go. I am not the fuck letting her go. And I'm just looking at her because I don't know them. I know you and you know me. No one else in this huddle can vouch for me but fucking you. So I closed my coat. Figuratively. You know how the mother closed her coat and Sparkle? The first movie, the 70s movie Sparkle, when she was talking to sister in the dressing room. The sister was like, got her. And the mother was like, she closed her coat. She said, I said my piece. So I closed my proverbial coat. I said I didn't say the shit to him. And I don't even have that kind of conversational rapport with him. No, I didn't say it. So I'm not repeating the shit. I closed my coat, the proverbial coat. I said my piece. Ain't no more. Well, Willie D said no more talk. If it's going to go down, it's going to go down. I'm like, oh my goodness, heavens. I don't even have the karma. I jumped in. I didn't participate in jumping in anybody. What the fuck? I don't even have this kind of karma. What the fuck? Yes, I knew the word then because I was leaving my mama's spirit. My mother had a bookshelf from the floor to the ceiling. Spiritual books, okay? All kinds of books. Her college textbooks. I was into them shits. I'm like, I don't even have the karma of this. What the fuck? And all I could think of is who will hear us. I'm sitting here meditating on Tyrone, the head of security guard. Tyrone, please walk through this bitch. Please walk through this bitch. Oh my God. Will there be a student? And the students are just watch. If they take the shortcut there to go to the gym, they be teenagers. They don't just fucking watch. You need an adult, a sane adult, to come through and watch and break the shit up. I know I ain't letting fucking Taj go. I know the fuck that much, okay? Alright, so I just stayed looking at her. I don't know what the fuck happened. And she just turned to them. She was like, she ain't tell them. They was like, you believe her? They were so disappointed. You believe her over us? And that's right then. I'm like, oh my heavens, they the ones that told her this shit. I'm thinking maybe Trevor, not that he said anything like that, that it was me, because I don't think he knew my name. Just trying to tell you. He knew I was a chubby brown skin when I ran with his, hung out with his girl. But I don't even think he knew my name to say, she said it. What's my name in my memoir? I'm vacillating between Ava and Astra. So, I don't think he knew my name enough to say, yes, Ava told me. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Oh, gosh. So when they said to her, oh, you going to take her word over ours? I knew right then and there. I said, they told her I said this to him? Oh, Jesus. With no proof. What they kids say today, receipts. No receipts. They just told her. Did they say it was a definite she told him this, or was it speculative? Like, we think she told him. I don't know. And Taj stood her ground. I mean, she faced them. She stood like between me and them, like a barrier of sorts. Like it was going to go down. She was going to be a barrier. I thought that was pretty cool. She was like, I said, she didn't say it. She didn't tell him. Oh, you gonna fucking believe her? You know what I'm saying? You know, you being disloyal to Brooklyn and the whole borough now. She was like, whatever. I don't believe she fucking told him. She didn't tell him. And they was like, nah, I ain't gonna just go down like that. She was like, well, what she said to her? Well, I say it is. Ain't nobody gonna fucking touch her. I was like, oh. Yeah, I mean, pretty bitch, bossing up. I was like, oh, Taj. Well, she knew him. There was some motherfucking people. Shit. And they was like, nah. She ain't gonna get away scot-free. She don't get away scot-free. And then they went and tried to grab my door knockers, my earrings. Y'all can find out what happened with the earrings. And then one of the Walkmen, and the Sony Walkman was heavy. My brother paid good money for that Walkman. My older brother gave it to me as a gift. And he's from Harlem, uptown, getting money. And just very expensive back then. You know, there's a Sony Walkman, blue. And I used to wear it every day to school, to home. I used to walk around the city a lot, play hooky and just walk around. Never getting tired. I mean, walking. Battery Park. I mean, really walking. Central Park. And that would be my music. And he made tapes for me. I used to just, you know, stock up on batteries. And, oh, I love that Walkman. Y'all can find the outcome of the earrings and the Walkman in the memoir. But just the friendship betrayal and how it was led to the basement through food. I don't know. Why would I even want to eat a sandwich in the basement? Y'all, teenage follies, okay? All right. Now, this third betrayal, it was not led with food. Look, food had nothing to do with this one. Ain't this a bitch? But it was over sneakers. I had a pair of gold on white tennis Reeboks. But I didn't like them because they were irregular. I bought them from the Village. The Village is in lower Manhattan. Not lower, but, you know, downtown Manhattan. And I paid $40 for them. That's how I should have known something was fucking irregular. But they were irregular. It said Reebok on the outside of the instep, whereas this is the only place Reebok should have been. But on the instep of the, it said Reebok there too. Like, it was off. I don't even know. I didn't really even notice that at the time of purchase. But anyway, a then friend, her name is Liz in my memoir, her pseudonym. She tall. She wore a lot of basketball sneakers and things. I mean, high tops and Scorpio. She wore a lot of like, I had a tomboy edge, but definitely heterosexual. They had a tomboy edge to her, and she liked the sneakers in my room. And I was like, well, 40 chips, you can have them because I ain't wearing them. She was like, just because it says Reebok on the inside, I'm like, yeah, don't that look funny? Don't look the dun. Because they had the receipt, I was going to take the shits back. Because I was scheduled to work in that same location the next day. I worked for Transit, traffic checker. And I was scheduled to work in that same location the next day, clocking the bus in the Village. I said, I'm going to take them back. I got the receipt. She was like, no. I'll give you the 40 beans. Let me try them on. And I said, oh, okay. So she tried them on, but they were I think she needed to size up. They were too tight. She had a sneakers too tight. I mean, size up. She said, I'll give you the $40. You get me a pair. I said, yeah. I'll be over there tomorrow. I ain't see nothing wrong with it. I was going to be in the area. You know what I'm saying? As it turns out, the supervisor could change your post. No foreknotice. He just, swap you out. Put you on a different post. And shut that post down or bring another body there. No explanation. If you don't choose not to, you just don't. The supervisors drove around. They would scratch your clipboard. You get read about that shit in the memoir. So they changed my post. They did. As soon as I got there, he was there. He was already there, and the person I was supposed to relieve was there, and he changed my post. And I totally forgot. Pardon me. I was able to forget because, out of sight, out of mind. I'm no longer in the village. I'm no longer near that store. I totally forgot about the sneakers. Why? Because I wasn't there. She gave me the 40 beans, true. My sneakers I was supposed to exchange and get back my 40 was in my knapsack. So the knapsack is on my back. I'm at my new post doing my job. So I came home that night and didn't know more of it till I got home. Still didn't think any more of it. But just listen for the betrayal, okay? The next day, that night, I probably did regular home stuff. You shower, get something to eat, look at TV, get on the phone with friends. Regular shit at home. Talk to your family. Regular home life in the hood in America. Didn't think no more about it. That next day, it must have been winter. Because Kia's a pseudonym, her name in the book. She was pregnant, very pregnant. And she had a daughter in February. It must have been winter. So I was either 17 or 18. 17 going on 18 or already 18. Because Kia was very pregnant when this happened. And she was dressed to the nines that day. So I don't know where she was going. She had her long wool, winter white wool coat. But she would get fly like that just because it's Wednesday and she going outside back in the day. It's just really, but dressed to the nines. Anywho, but she came over. This is the next day. It was a Sunday because my mom was at church. Okay, so I went to work that Saturday. Yeah. But I still had to work that Sunday. We did weekends too. I don't know if it was off every other weekend. I think you'd be off when you get off. They gave you 2 days a week, I believe. But I don't know if they was together. It would vary. We were young, teenagers. Just, give us janky days off. You're young, you ain't give a shit, make your money, keep it moving. But anywho, so I was either 17, and Liz is a year older than me. Not a whole year, but a calendar year, because she's Scorpio, she's in November. Yeah, just a few months older than me, technically, but no. Is she born, either she's a year, and I know she's old than us, just by a little, a year. This is a smidgen older than us. Anyway, lived around the way, a couple of blocks away, but was always cool. That's what I'm saying. People was like, oh, Kenneka must have seen some warning. Sometimes there's no warning. A friend could prey on you. Like my friend and her son, he had to figure out who was who and what was what. It took time, because sometimes friends could prey on you and you have no clue, no indicator that they preying on you. I'm going to get to the point. If you ain't had no patience, click off. I know I need water. I'm parched. Hold on, y'all. Let me get some spring water, y'all. It's parched. Anyway, so yeah, I remember the day because my mommy was at church. And I don't even know if that would have stopped her if mommy was home. That's what makes it such a violation. Everybody was saying that because, my mom is definitely, my mother doesn't use any profanity. She's like, really a pillar of the community. People around the way was like, she did that. Your mother ain't never did nothing wrong to her. Why would she? Here they go. Well, we teenagers, so how mind to mouth, how teenagers talk. She couldn't catch you at the bus stop when you was going to work. I'm like, why catch me the fuck at all? I ain't do none of that, bitch. They was like, but you know what I mean. People just couldn't fathom that she would violate my mother's house. How would she do that to your mother? Shimon was living in Georgia at the time. Shimon was like, if I get the money to get on the Greyhound bus and get these days off from work, I'm coming up there and fighting that bitch. Okay, yeah, read all about why Shimon don't. It's never really clear why Shimon didn't like her from the onset of when she didn't like her. Y'all can read the memoir. But she did not do that shit to Shimon. Yeah, wait till I read the memoir with her and Shimon. It's just crazy shit. But anywho, so it's Sunday. And Kia was over and my cousin, what's my cousin's name in the book? Shauna. I gave her a pseudonym of Shauna. So Shauna, my cousin, Shauna lived in the Bronx. BX, Berthards Neck Projects. She was over. Did she spend the night? Because she was a checker too. Did she spend the night that Saturday? Because she was over since like morning. That's a lot of traveling from, even though when you're young, travel is nothing. Jump on the Q44, she's in Queens. I'm trying to think of, I think she spent the night because she was a checker too. She came home with me, chilled on the train. You came home with me that night because she was there since morning. And in like lounging clothes. Yeah, she must have spent the night. You know what I'm saying? So she was there. And Kia lived around the corner. She was there. But look, Kia must have been on her way to Brooklyn. She was dressed to the nines, okay? And she was there. And we were up in my mom's room chilling, looking at TV. Mommy's room had the cable. The living room did too. Don't ask me why we was in her room chilling when we could have been in the living room. I have no idea. But that's where we were at, in Mommy's room chilling. I had a TV in my room too, a little black and white with the hanger and for the antenna and the shit, you know, old school, y'all, 80s. But no cable. We had WHT cable. I don't know. But I was we were looking at basketball. Now my cousin was a bit of a tomboy too back then. But Kia wasn't. So Kia was like, why are we watching basketball? What the fuck for? But I started getting into it thanks to Liz. This is how weird and ironic this shit is. So and not even thanks to my cousin Shauna, who was a tomboy, so she's into sports too, but Liz was the one that took the time to really teach me about, because I would just watch it to see the cute guys, you know, the players, the legs, the muscle, you know. But to get into what's what and what was traveling, they didn't change the rules so much, y'all. But yeah, and then O'Connor Park, we would sit in the park, and Liz would teach me about the game and watch the guys around the way playing and what's what. And to me, it's so much fun to really get into it for the game, not just because they cute. Do you see what I'm saying? So I had value. It was a different value for me watching the game. I felt more purposeful sitting there, other than, girl, he's cute. You know, like, might as well get in the game. I'm sitting there, not play it, but, you know, watch and see what's going on. So Liz taught me that. And I'm sitting there complimenting her to my cousin and Kia. Like, no. Liz said that in the midst of complimenting her tutelage, she calls. It's Sunday now, Sunday morning. And I don't know what the rest of the family was. It felt like I was home alone. Okay, my younger brother and my sister born in 85. Was she 89? Yeah. Okay, so my younger brother and sister would be at church with my mom. So that's why they weren't there. My older brother stayed uptown a lot, which is Harlem, so that's why he wasn't there. Or was he in jail during that time? I don't know. For some reason, I was home alone. But at some point, my great aunt came to live with us too, from Harlem. She used to live on in Harlem begins with a B. I used to go to her house too. This block was notorious in the 80s. I never even saw anything. My then friend Bobby, she's from Harlem, St. Nick. She was like, how the hell nothing happened to you when you walk on that block? I'm like, I've never had any incidents. I go there and visit my great aunt. She was like, you don't have nobody throw bottles at you? Bottles? Hell no. Was it Brandhurst? And I'm from Harlem and can't think of the name of this block. Some block was notorious around there. And that's why my mom went and got my great aunt and said, no, you coming to Queens. You're going to let this apartment go. She was there for years. One of those apartments, they probably charge $4,000 a month now. Big, spacious apartments in Harlem where you have double French doors, and she didn't want to give up that apartment. She was there for a long time, but you know, the crack epidemic, my mother was like, no, we're gonna put your stuff in storage, your furniture you can't let go of, and you coming to Queens. So she came. I don't know what year she came, but it was right after my sister was born, because she was a baby. Where was my great aunt when the fight went down? I don't even think she was. She still went to church in Harlem too. Did she go to church that day? It don't feel like anyone was home with me other than my cousin and Kia. Not that Liz would have cared. I'm just trying to think of why No one else came out. I don't think anyone else was home, honestly. Y'all know a melanated house is usually chock full of people packed, okay? Especially a house, upstairs, downstairs, 3 bedrooms, basement. No, it was just me. Just me and my cuz and Kia. And Kia didn't spend the night. She came around the corner and chilled with me for a little while before she went. I think she was going to take a cab to Brooklyn. I get that sense that's what she was on the way to. Anywho, so, again, we in my mom's room chilling, looking at the basketball game. And the phone rang. And I pick up, and it was Liz. And everything was friendly and sane and sound at first. And then she said, "Oh, you got my sneakers?" I said, "Oh, dip. Oh, you know they changed my post." And before I could finish telling her, just bring my money. Just bring my motherfucking money. Just real curt and crude and rude. And just bring my motherfucking money. Bring my money around the corner. Bring my motherfucking money. No. And again, this is my mother's raising. I didn't internalize it. I didn't take it personal. My mother's motto was, if you don't know them personally, don't take it personal. Although this is a friend, the core friends for me, the 3 Musketeers, Kia and Shimon, around the way. Now, around the way, there's a whole flock of girls where it's all crew, but they're more peripheral pals, if you will. Your core friends that you see every day, speak to every day, go to each other's house every day around the way, that would be Shimon and Kia for around the way. I had other friends in other boroughs. Patrice lived in Laurelton, you know, different things. But in that area, core, me, Shimon, and Kia. Liz peripheral. She had her good friend Geetha. I ain't compare myself in rank to Geetha, because that's psycho from the psychology classes I took. Okay, I'm jumping the story, but anywho, so she's getting all huffy on the phone, but I didn't take it personal because my mom just taught me don't take things personal. And not only that, I knew her bio, even though I'm not trying to, you know, like shun her like she was like a nobody friend. We were still cool with her. You chill with her. I met her through Shimon. Shimon knew her first. But just trying to give you a context as to the friendship rank. Okay, even she herself admitted it when we spoke later when we were in our early 40s. We were on the phone. Okay, I'm getting to that in a minute too. So my point is, I just wasn't offended. Why? Because I know her life. I know her bio. I just figured she's had some sort of disappointments in her household, her family. Something disappointing happened to her. And the news of no sneakers was yet another disappointment that just may have been a straw that broke the camel's back at that moment. I don't know. I just didn't take it personal because I just didn't feel like I should. I don't know. So I just, in my mind, said, oh, she must have been having a bad day. Maybe she woke up on the bad side of the wrong side of the bed in the morning. I don't know. I just didn't internalize that much anger to be only associated with sneakers, and it wasn't. Okay, so my guess was semi-correct. It wouldn't be confirmed till we were in our 40s, but I still was correct insofar as you've had a disappointing life by and large, and news of no sneakers was one disappointment too many that day in that moment. So she was snippy and snarky and profane, and yeah, just bring my motherfucking money, bring my motherfucking money. Click, and I looked at the phone. I shrugged. I said, yeah, she's having a bad morning. So I hung up the phone. I went to the bed, and I was like, who was that? I said, Liz. Even though it wasn't on speaker. Did he even have speaker phones back then? I don't know, but they could still hear the haste and, you know, sinister chirping to the phone and snarky, you know, surly sounds, I'm supposing. And Kia was like, what's her problem? I said, they changed my post at the job, so I wasn't able to get her sneakers. And of course, Kia was like, why the fuck are you getting her sneakers? Why can't she get her own motherfucking sneakers? This is why you should stop dealing with bum bitches. You know, Kia's that fly Brooklyn chick with the nameplate earrings and, you know, things of that nature. And name brand Gucci this. Just fly. So they didn't like the fact that, and you read the memoir for their sentiments on her back then. We're all the same age. We're all pushing 50. She's the oldest. Wow, Liz must be in her 50s now. I haven't spoken to her. We excommunicated again, I think. Well, we are. Read the memoir. Nothing to do with sneakers this time. Grown women now. Anywho. So, yeah, back to the 80s. So, yeah, I shrugged, hung up the phone, went resumed watching basketball. Again, I wasn't raised to take things personally. I just wasn't. unless I deliberately hurt you, you know what I mean? I usually don't plug into it. I don't invest my emotions like that. I don't know. Now I know my natal chart, so I do know. But back then, I'm just like, I guess she's having a bad day. I don't know. But I fully intended to bring the $40 to her because I had to go to work that day. So I fully intended. So did my cousin. We sure enough did. I fully intended to bring the $40 to her on my way to work because there's a bus stop right by her house. Bring her the $40. Go. I didn't align my emotions to her. I don't think I should. And I done took so many psychology classes. No, I don't think it didn't make sense to me. So yeah, fully intention, shower, get ready for work, bring her the $40, wait for the bus stop and go to work. I just didn't plug in to her emotions. I didn't think that was my job to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that close of an intimate connection. You're not family. You're not even a core homie. You a peripheral pal around the way. So I'm not that emotionally invested. If we cool, we cool. If we're not, we're not. Not to seem indifferent. I just didn't have that type of attachment. I still don't. Not to her per se, to anybody who I don't have an intimate connection to. It's the way my cosmos wired me, okay? But anywho, so we're sitting there and Kia's like, what is wrong with her? So Kia's going off like, it's your fault. You stop fucking with bum bitches and da-da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm like, girl, it ain't even that serious. This is before the term "it ain't that serious" became populated, okay? By be popular. But we resumed looking at the game, and my cousin was like, she was acting like that over sneakers. I'm like, listen, when you, and I've said this before the fight and after the fight. I said, when you've had a lot of disappointments in life, you be damned if you have to weather yet one more. So I don't think it's the sneakers per se. I'm doing fingers in quotes. I did that now and I did it then. I think it's disappointment. It's just disappointment. I gave them an example. I have another pretty friend. She was we was on the phone talking. I think both of them had met this friend too. Kia definitely met her. I think I named her Pretty in the book. Just Pretty. One of the prettiest women I've laid eyes on to date. Okay, this includes your favorite celebrities, all right? Just chocolate, gorgeous. Same birthday, exact to the year. Birthday is Brazzy, but two totally different personalities. That should have made me give up astrology, right? Nope. You read about that in the memoir. But anyway, so Papa, please, I'm doing a video.
Pardon me.
I hope the video didn't hear your burp. Your pardon, Papa. He's a bear. Oh, just no regard for my video, Daddy. Damn. Anyway, hold on, y'all. He says pardon him. Yes, Daddy. I need a glass of water. I mean to drink. Hold on. So, I have the water, Daddy. Okay. Yes, I call him that. Okay, I'm thinking about Monique. You know, people take offense to Monique calling her husband Daddy, but no offense to him calling her Mama. Lord, if we ain't been socialized in a patriarchal society, ooh. Socializing and indoctrinated. I call him what the fuck I want to call him. None of y'all bees balls. I'm not talking to y'all rational people. I'm talking to strangers who want to dictate what you should call your spouse, okay? Ain't some bullshit. I don't tell you what to call your mate and spouse. If you got one, I don't dictate you. Hold on. I'm parched. Hold on. Papa, do you have to be so loud? What is he doing? Oh, gosh.
I'm thirsty.
But you're loud with it. I could drink my water without being all loud. Ugh. And I don't care if you irritate whoever's, probably the trolls listening to be irritated. Regular people ain't irritated. It's irritating me half the time. No, I ain't a troll. But y'all know what I mean. If y'all who's trying to be some bullshit. Not you rational minds.
I'm enjoying.
I see. And the enjoyment is loud. It's distracting. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I finished looking at the game and, you know, about to get ready for work. And I guess I was taking too long to bring the $40 around the corner. She came over. Not over and ring the doorbell, ding dong, ding dong. No, came in. And my friends did have carte blanche to do that. The core friends and some of the peripheral pals, too. But if you coming over with that type of mission, bitch, no, you lost that privilege. What the fuck? But came over, came in, came up the stairs. And now I'm out in the hallway. You ain't coming in my mother's room with this bullshit. I'm out in the hallway. What are you doing? What are you doing here? I came for my money. I told you I was going to bring it to you on my way to work. Well, you was taking too long. Well, not per my schedule at the job, no. I would have left enough time to get you your cash and get to work on time. Most girls leave out extra early before I got to go to work and come back in the house. No. I'm going to come out when it's time to come out to go to work. Just give me my motherfucking money. I'm like, no. No, I'm not giving you shit. Talking to me like that, disrespectful like that in my house. I'm not giving you shit. I'll bring your shit to your house. Now I'll put it in an envelope, put it in the mailbox or some shit like that. No. Oh, you gonna give me my motherfucking money? No, I'm gonna give it to you. I work. I don't need your $40. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm not gonna give it to you under duress. No. You are bugging coming up in here like that. Now my cousin's standing there talking about why you disrespecting my own house. You know, just repeat it. My cousin is an Aries about that life. Completely and utterly comfortable with combat. Why are you disrespecting my own house? Why are you disrespecting my own house? You just repeating that shit. Liz was tuning her out and focused on me. Like I was focused on Taj. She briefly turned to my cousin to say, well, I'm here to get my money and ain't none of y'all. What she said? I'm here to get my money and ain't nothing none of y'all can do about it. I said, I could do something about it. Not giving you your motherfucking money. Not standing here under these motherfucking terms. This is some bullshit, okay? You're being disrespectful. I never disrespected your house. You are out of fucking order. This is light years before we was introduced to Inyal and Van Zandt. But I told you I only read so many spiritual books. Still do read them. I was like, you are out of order. I never violated your house like this. Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? I ain't never even took nothing from you. I don't need your motherfucking money. I work. Even if I didn't work, I don't need your 40 chips. I'm going to bring it to you on my way to work like I said I was. No, I want it now. I want it now. I was like, I'm not giving you shit now. You can get the fuck out now. You done lost your motherfucking mind. What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? She was like, oh, you ain't gonna give me my money? Well, I'm gonna take this until you give me my money. Y'all shouldn't have grabbed the Gucci. I had a beige barrel Gucci. That shit's probably vintage now. I don't even think Gucci make that anymore. I got it from the store, okay? 5th Avenue. Is that 54th Street back in the day? I was like, oh my Lord. She done put her hand, she done put a pause. This before you started, light years before you heard pause. She done put a pause on my Gucci. You know, dramatic, funny as hell. But I was dead ass. And my cousin was like, you gonna put my cousin bag down? So her and my cousin are tugging the wall with my, and then it broke the strap tugging the wall with my Gucci bag. Why did I have the Gucci bag? The hallway mother had like a case. Was that a bookshelf? We had so many books. Was that a bookshelf? It was a kind of case she had in the hallway. Because we in the hallway on the second landing of the house. And I had the Gucci bag up on that case. On the top of that bookshelf landing case thing. Because I'm like, why did I even have my bag in the hallway? I have no idea. But she grabbed it. She said, until I get my money, I'm going to hold on to this. And there's stuff in the bag. It's not just the empty Gucci. I'm like, oh my Lord, she done touched my Gucci. Clutch my invisible pearls. Jesus. Shout out to Lovely T for that one. But yeah, I know she didn't coin clutch the pearls. I think did she coin and clutch the invisible? I don't fucking know. But she came to mind when I said this shit. I like to give credit where credit's due. I took journalism in high school. So that was big. You know, credit, you know, your quotes. And so, never mind. I digress. So my cousin's about that life and they tugging the war. And I'm like, listen, I'll give you your fucking money. I went in the bedroom, threw the money on the floor. She released the Gucci and she dropped to the floor, picked up her two $20 bills, went down the stairs. And Kia said this part was funny as hell. Papa, really? Really, Daddy, you got to make that distracting ass noise when I'm trying to do a video? You know this give me 3 hours clip. I ain't got but so much time to finish the shit. Daddy, you know, fears. Really, Daddy? Ugh.
You had me time.
I know I had me time. But I didn't get inspired to do this Kenneka video with friendship there with the friendship theme until I looked at one too many doggone videos of Kenneka Jenkins and I got inspired of crying and carrying on. So I'm gonna do me a Kenneka Jenkins video, the theme based on friendship. And fine, go on and finish what you want to do.
Stop now.
Any other time you scaling, I don't hear that sound.
I'll stop.
No, have your fun.
I'll stop.
Papa likes scaling, y'all. Go on and have your fun. It's distracting. Papa, I'm born on a disseminating moon. I can distract my damn self. I don't need assistance there. Huh?
What you're doing is important, so
I know that baby's thing. Papa, I can't stop thinking about her, and I'm trying to fast and chant to stop incessantly thinking about this case, and it hurts me because I was the teenager that would meet up with friends any fucking where.
Yeah.
And you know, oh, mommy married one of her husbands because she was with friends and guys drove them somewhere upstate New York, and they see Harlem, baby. They was like, and you see, mommy had friends that actually gave a fuck. They gave a fuck about each other. And they was like, no, nigga, we cut your dick too short to shit, bitch. You ain't going, no, nigga, no. They was going to fuck him up. Let us out now, motherfucker. Or get your shit sliced, bitch. You see, that's Harlem. Mommy didn't talk to her friends, do, okay? What? And he let them out. Mommy met a man's father like that. Well, she met him. She knew him from the number hole around the way. Yeah. She used to gamble and lose, and he gave her back the money. And that cute, he used to work in the number hole. He was like, you can't gamble and lose and want your money back. She was like, I don't really gamble, so I don't take a loss well. He go, oh, you know, Harlem pull out the big bit of money. He give her back her money. He said, stop playing here. You can't play here. But some dudes, I guess it was a double date. I don't know. They wanted some sex, and mommy and her friend was like, no. We thought this was like real date. Where the fuck are y'all going? So they was mad they wasn't getting none and drove all the way upstate, and they was like, you know, you're gonna have to, you know, put out or you can't get back home. They was like, no, motherfucker. We from Harlem, bitch. We'll get home. Fuck that. I love that. This is her friend, mommy. I'm talking about. I love that Mary J. Blige video when she was with who was in the video? Mary J. Blige, Missy, Salt, and Foxy. And Mary said, if I'm butt naked, I'll get home. That remind me of when you're born as a baby. You know, you're butt naked. So you like home. You get, never mind, it's spiritual. But no. I'm gonna get home. Because Source, the salmon and the medicine cards, salmon swimming upstream to return. So energy finds a source. Yes, it does. Yes, you'll find your way home on instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like the birds with Mike Tyson. remember that show Mike Tyson had? Mm-hmm. And they released the pigeons. And pigeons ain't go to no aviation college. They knew how to get back home to the coop. Instinct. You know what I'm saying? It's in your soul. Your home is in your heart. It's, you know, trust your heart. So Harlem, mommy and her friend was like, let us the fuck out. We'll find our way home. Fuck that. And I guess her friend had razor blades. I don't know what the fuck. They was ready to slice them niggas up. And it was like, we ain't giving you shit. Fuck y'all. Pull over, bitches. And they pulled over. And mommy and her friend got out. And they kept walking. That shit is dangerous. Upstate New York, you know, redneck races all over the rural. And they kept walking until they found a gas station. I guess the phone call was 10 cents or a quarter. I don't know what was it. No, the 70s. I think it was 10 cents. Yeah. And she said she called the house, but none of us picked up. Well, I'm a little girl, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let me see, man born in 77. Yeah, I was a little girl. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, did my aunt still live with us? I don't know. So they were calling, getting no answer, and then she was like, my friend was like, well, call the number hole. Don't your friend up in there got a car? And mommy was like, he does have a car. You think he'll drive up here and get us? See, rescue. Women love to be rescued. That rescue theory is realer than real deal Holyfield. She married his ass. And sure enough, she called the number hole. Thank heavens they had the phone number. And he was like, upstate New York, what are you doing up there? And he drove up there. And this big, I don't know what he had, a Cadillac Coupe de Ville, I don't know. He went and got her. And that rescued her. And she fell right on in love, okay? But that, again, then she was in her 20s? Let me see. No. Let me see. What? Yeah, I think late 20s. Do you see how this could not only just happen to teenagers? This is why this shit is so scary. Because you will do things with your friends. You're not going to trust a stranger. Your guard is up. Your guard is up with stranger. Anything unfamiliar, like, fuck that. But a stranger, not a stranger, a friend could lure you into any fucking thing.
Well,
Jesus.
I had my way, you know.
Well,
if we didn't leave together, I ain't meeting you nowhere.
You talking about your friends?
Yeah.
If you didn't leave together from where? What you mean?
Like if we going out, if let's say we off from work, right? And everybody either we leaving out together. Yeah. But if for instance they leave and I'm behind doing something, then I come out. And they call me and say, "Well, meet me." I said, "Fuck that," you know.
Even if you had them as friends for a long time.
Fuck that. No.
Really?
I say, no, I'm going to be over at such and such a place. Y'all want to hook up? We can hook up there. Come to me. I ain't going to you. You know?
You've always had your own car too. Like you didn't need a ride. Women, we may need a ride.
Yeah.
And if you're drinking, you definitely need a ride.
Yeah.
But you're a man. You always had your own vehicle, so you. Oh Jesus, self-sufficiency is important too. You get the fuck out of Dodge. But this baby had her mother's truck.
Yeah.
She couldn't even. And if you're drinking, you can't get to the truck. And oh Jesus, I don't know. Again, this will haunt me, on the sake of friendship, and friends can lure you places.
And then too.
Damn.
When I'm in a place, and the moment I start feeling uncomfortable, I'm out.
But what makes you uncomfortable? How do you have that? How you have that insight?
It's innate. You know, once you get that tingle, something ain't right. Your body and your mind, everything locks up.
You trust yourself.
This ain't right. So I'm walking.
That's your soul. I was so oblivious young. That's why Kenneka Jenkins haunt me, because I was oblivious too. But I knew my weaknesses. It was always food, cake, or something. It wouldn't be like, oh, we got a whole pound of weed and some drinks. I'm like, I don't need that much. I just like the scent. Really, I don't need to talk shit. And they claim I don't inhale. Long before that former president said the fuck he didn't do it. He don't inhale shit. But talk about some in Junior's cheesecake. They had these little crunchy things on it. Like, girl, we got some cheesecake. You do? Really? My thing was now latest the banana rum. Oh, banana and rum. Girl, we got you some banana. And my friends would do that. Girl, we got you some banana rum now ladies. You do? I always loved now ladies, but it was so hard to find banana or rum. Let them bitches got that shit. And a coconut yoo-hoo. You got the coconut yoo-hoo? These things were hard to find. Oh my, I don't need that thing. They discontinued after a while. Everything I really liked.
They knew your weaknesses.
They do. The fucking food shit. I gotta really go get goddamn hypnotizer, damn Weight Watchers or some shit, because it's mental. Food still lure me. So certain Buddhas, where the Buddha meat gonna be at her house, and I know she got those good noodles. My brain is programmed to go where I know the food will be good. If the food is mediocre, I'm like, nah, girl, I'll pass. I'll catch up with y'all later. If I know the person could cook, and I ain't gonna come empty-handed, she knows she gonna get a bottle of wine. If you can cook, you gonna get a good bottle of wine from me. And I'm grown, and food still calls me. It's just I gotta get therapy, some food therapist or some shit. I don't know, but I'm telling you, the friendship thing breaks my heart. Anytime you have, especially if you gave a fuck about them, is extremely painful. I never forget. Was it ID Channel? The ID Channel, those stories, shit. But they made a movie. Was it Shannon? Some Caucasoid woman. I don't say Caucasoid with disrespect. I say it because that's what I say. Descriptor came to the shows. The thin-skinned, emotionally sensitive shows. Come click elsewhere, please. I think her name was Shannon. Blessings be upon her spirit. R.I.P. She married some man. Till this day, I may do my swirly soliloquy. It's nothing I would actually materialize, Papa, no disrespect. But you know I don't look at the Caucasoid males like that. But I could feel a warm, crushy feeling. There was a cop on that case. But this is a movie. I don't know if the actor just did it that good or the cop was really about that life. Honey, this woman married a man who killed her with a horse. He gave her some kind of drug and killed. This is on TV back in the days too. Maybe on YouTube. The Shannon something story. Man, I cried like a baby. And I use no offense. I usually don't cry for Caucasoid. I don't think they cry for our stories. You think it's a Caucasoid crying for Kenneka? No, I doubt it. Okay, so y'all can get the fuck on with reverse racism bullshit. Okay. She loved this man and married him. I think she had money or something. Or did he take an insurance? If they on horses, equestrian shit, okay? Jumping over the horsey in the backyard type shit. I think she had a good piece of coin. It's been so many years. But I never forget, they found his ass years later in Hawaii with a Hawaiian shirt on or something. I remember the cop knocked him down or something. I know he was talking over him. He was standing, God was on the floor. And he said, you know what makes this so, he said fucked up or messed up? I don't know. He says that she loved your disgusting ass. I'm paraphrasing. But the way the cop said it to him, I was like, hearing Salt and Pepper song Shoot, and I don't be hearing that song for no Caucasians. Very rare. When Saul said shoop shoopy doopy, I was like, because it's alpha male, but it's how I would feel. How could you harm somebody who actually gave a fuck about you? What kind of psychotic shit is that? And he was pissed with his ass. He was pissed. There was another cop who got a serial killer. Was it the green something serial killer? Some kind of serial killer something. The river? This is years ago. I used to look at Cold Case Files, all that shit on TV. I was a couch potato. I'm a couch potato from way back. I'm telling you and shit. I'm just couch potato shit. I was going to get a tattoo of a couch with a sack of potatoes on the shit. But I tell back, the couch potato shit was going down, okay? And this is my Chiron. I pulled the Chiron card today, too. Yeah, my Chiron. That's, I know my natal chart. And, yeah, my Chiron is more leisurely, more about being than doing. My Chiron, never mind the Chiron. You know, now I'm talking about daddy. So the cop in that case interrogated the guy in the room, and Caucasoid cop, and the cop wanted to beat his motherfucking ass and just leaning into him to fuck him up. And usually they do us melanated people fucked up in interrogation and shit. So I'm like, wow, they do that to Caucasoids in the interrogation room, that bitch. And the cop was like stunned, like he didn't use the term pussy, but he said I couldn't believe all the killing he did. He was like cowering under me, like being a coward. I can't believe he looks, maybe because you're a cop, but he was stunned that guy didn't show any type of aggression. All the fucking killing the prostitute you done did. So again, I heard Salt's voice with the shooby for that cop. I surely did. Because, again, it's the same principle. How do you betray, well, I guess with the prostitute thing, I don't think the prostitute's scared about. Totally different. But the Shannon story, you know what I mean? How do you do that? No one wants to go in a terrible way, but you prefer it from some stranger. You don't prefer it at all if you're sane, not crazy. You see what I'm saying? But heavens forbid, a stranger doing it versus someone you care about involved or doing it. Oh my gosh, listen to me. Listen to me when I tell you. You know the Retta I used to go to. You know she is the truth. I told you when she pulled that Blanco card right when I first met you, and I was telling her, oh no Blanco, Papa. No Blanca, Papa. And they was laughing, because you had the translator. She barely spoke English. She was like, no Blanca. I was like, no. Let's reshuffle. Let's reshuffle the deck. They thought that's funny. I was like, no. I done read Malcolm X. Oh, the real one, not this fake Fugazi bullshit they have. Mario Mebbles, they edited some shit out and the author died. What the fuck is that shit? No, Mario Van. Not that Mario Van Cook ain't writing no book about Malcolm X. There's some book with an author's name. He passed away. And they claimed lungs. That's Gemini communication. I peeped that shit. I wouldn't even read the shit. Because it's like he didn't even live long enough to have a press conference and say, I ain't write that part. They didn't edit that shit around. The fuck. We don't even know what the fuck, okay? To change the public's view of Malcolm X. See some bullshit. No, I'm going to go with the one Malcolm wrote himself with Alex Haley. And the one his daughter wrote, Growing Up X. And Benjamin Corinne. Remember Malcolm. I go with those. Okay, anything else, I ain't trusting shit. Okay? No. Papa, how did I get to Malcolm X? Help me. Short term. Papa, no, how did I do it?
You just flip from scriptures.
That's Disseminating Moon. If y'all understand, that's Disseminating Moon.
You just flip.
Haters, but no, bitch, that's schizophrenia. Fuck you, haters. No, it's Disseminating Moon. I have a lot of air in my chart. It's the hater ain't studying astrology. He's just too busy hating.
Keep going. You get it.
No, I want to know how I segued, and I can't rewind to find the fuck out. Shit. I noticed this for Kenneka, and the theme is friendship, but oh yeah, being in the $40 sneakers shit, we fought. Okay. No, I threw the $20 to she went down the steps, and I thought the bitch left my house. People right motherfucker. I thought she left my house, but she was standing at the screen door downstairs, feigning zipping. It don't take that long to zip your damn coat and go on about your business. But she was standing at the screen door, zipping her coat, really air hustling. Because we were still upstairs talking, me, my cousin, and my friend. I'm like, do y'all believe that shit? She came here disrespecting like that? I ain't never disrespected nobody's house, let alone hers or somebody I consider a friend. How dare she? And Kia told me, that's what you get for fucking with bum bitches. And my cousin was like, you call her, that was a friend? Like you call a friend? Mind you, Liz just got out of jail. I think she did a year big for fighting. Does jail ever reform? Oh, jeez. Fighting. She turned. Yeah, I read a memoir about that fight. But Yeah, she's on probation. Is it parole or probation? What's the difference? Is the difference? I know there's a difference. I should. Now you know I work in law enforcement. I forgot.
She's on probation.
No, there's a difference, Papa. We both work in law enforcement. We don't fucking forgot. You see what retirement does, y'all?
When you get parole, that means
parole is prison. Probation is misdemeanor. How the fuck I forgot I've been to the academy?
You get parole, you done your time.
No, parole still means they're watching you for extended a certain amount of time. You didn't do all the time, because parole, if you violate parole, you can go back and return and finish that time, plus whatever they would have tacked on for the new fucking infraction or offense or whatever the fuck. I think probation is misdemeanor. You didn't like go do. I don't know what the fuck Liz was on. I know she was on some shit, and she done told me the name of the PO. Because I will, would they have 411 back then to get the phone number? Because I told that bitch on the phone, oh, really, bitch? Okay, let me tell you how the fight went down. Because when she went down the steps with her $40, she should have went the fuck home, right? No. She's in our vestibule in the foyer, pretending to be zipping her leather jacket. It was winter. It had to have been, because Kia had the baby in February. In any event. So, we're still upstairs talking. So she's air hustling. So I said, y'all, that really wasn't even, that anger like that wasn't about no $40. That was, she know, I ain't never stole nothing from her. She ain't got nothing I want. No, boosters don't necessarily steal from regular people, y'all. Calm the fuck down, okay? And it was fashion. I didn't really sell my clothes. Like, you know, Brooklyn get money with they fucking gear that they cop and shit. I boost just for to look the fuck good. I wouldn't even get no real guap off the shit, okay? And they were telling you ain't gonna sell this? No, I'm gonna wear it. What the fuck am I gonna sell my shit? Y'all read the memoir for my boosting stint. Okay. And my boosting buddies, fun, just fun shit, okay? Yeah, so we're talking. I said, this is about disappointment. Now I was doing my Dr. Filipina. Whatever the fuck. But it was like, disappointment about what? How are you disappointing her? I'm like, no, if you had a very disappointing life, you be damned if you got to weather one more disappointment. This has nothing to do with the $40. I'm telling you what I know. I read a lot. This is disappointment. And she's projecting this pain. You know what I'm saying? Instead of dealing with your life and facing the girl in the mirror. And I think Michael Jackson had that song. We had on the job as a trap check. It was a Caucasian male supervisor with red hair. He used to always sing that Michael Jackson song. He's like, why don't he shut the fuck up singing that shit? You got to look at the man in the mirror. He's like, we don't want no coaching from your Caucasoid ass. We please get on away from our post. Sign this damn clipboard and go. And he liked the sisters too. I cannot think of that supervisor's name. Anyway, y'all. But I was sure explaining to my cousin and my friend about, my then friend, about, I think this is disappointment, and she's projecting. I'm telling them, go read the psychology book downstairs my mommy got. Read the shit. It's something called projecting. Instead of dealing with your pain, you're projecting it onto the unsuspecting and undeserving. I'm going through the whole motions and shit. Honey, we finally go downstairs. I'm still not dressed. I should have been in the shower, ironing my clothes, getting ready for work. That's what my cousin started doing, because we both traffic checkers. We both had the same job at transit, you know what I'm saying? But I go downstairs with Kia. Because I told you, I think she was on her way to Brooklyn. She was going to call a cab. I don't know. So I go downstairs, and Liz was still there. I was spooked. I said, you still here? What the fuck are you still doing in my house? So I ran down the steps, and I'm in a nightgown and panties and barefoot, y'all. I'm in my house. It's Sunday. I ran down the steps, and I ran behind her and pushed her through. I tried to push her through the screen door with all my might. Well, I guess it wasn't mighty enough, because she pivoted about face, and we was about fighting. Yeah, we were fighting. That fight started at the door, vestibule. It ended up in the dining room. And I don't remember even traveling that far. Fights are very mysterious in how they travel. I guess if you watch it, you can see how it traveled. But when you're in it and you're subjective, you're like, how the fuck did we get back here? I don't know. Did my cousin jump in? No. Kia can't jump in. She's pregnant. Like 8 or 9 months pregnant. But from my peripheral, it's like I could see them. They were really enjoying the fight. You know that motion, those gestures you make when you had a boxing match? Just think of Tupac on the couch in the movie Juice when he's looking at TV. Those are the gestures. My cousin was standing. Shauna was standing. Kia was sitting making like the Tupac gestures watching the fight. They in the living room, we in the dining room. Like, they really watching TV. And in my peripheral, I'm seeing this, like, are they going to either break it up or jump in? I didn't expect Kia to get physical because I wouldn't want that. Or my hands, you know, she's very pregnant. And no, she should not have been involved physically. But my cousin, who's really about that life, she didn't jump in. I guess she figures it's a fair fight. No one's jumping me. Why jump in? Because she's in your aunt's house violating. How about that? But she did do something. I'll get to that in a minute. So the fight is, it just ended. No one broke it up. It just ended. And Liz left. And I was like, get out, bum bitch. You fucking bum bitch. You know, cussing and carrying on. You know, just get the fuck out. It ain't my fault. You're a bum bitch. You have no fashion sense. They're just carrying the fuck on, okay? And my cousin walked her out. And my cousin did something on her way out. So this is the purpose of Liz calling. For some reason, I'm assuming instant excommunication after something like this, okay? The phone rings, and I pick it up. I just never thought it would be her. Why? Why are you calling me? This is not, I think it's, my mom worked for the phone company. We had to call ID early. For some reason, I don't think we had it on the kitchen phone on the wall. You know, the phone with the rotary. I miss those phones. I miss that old school. If I ever find a rotary, I'm going to get this shit. I just love the whole look. I love the thing. Never mind. So I pick up the phone. Hello. Just as friendly, like I ain't just had a fucking fight in my dining room in my nightgown and panties and titties flopping. You only fight your man in that type of attire. You know, when you grow up and get married. Yeah, I can read the memoir of the husband. I was married in my 20s, fighting your husband with titties flopping. Other than you going to pay for a wet t-shirt concert, why? Who's fighting like that? Another woman. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And, yeah. Well, we were. There ain't nothing womanly about this misdeed. Another female. Okay, teenagers. So I go, hello. She was like, oh, your cousin's fucked up. Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh God, Liz, why are you calling me? What the fuck are you calling for? Because your cousin violated. You are in no moral position to talk about violations. What you just came over here and did. My mother's house. My mother ain't never done nothing to you. What you are violated? I just started laughing like you are the last person to talk about somebody violating. No. She kicked me on the way out the door. I'm like, she did? I started laughing. I said, Shauna, while Liz still on the phone, I said, Shauna, did you kick her on the way out the door? She said, yep, I sure did. I'm like, why? She said, the fuck you mean why? She's over here disrespecting my aunt's house. She's lucky that's all I did do. And sure enough, my perception was right. She said, I let y'all shoot a fair one. I didn't get involved. But the more I keep thinking that she's in the fucking house doing this, I know she's violating the house. So she's lucky that's all I did do. You know what I mean? If I had jumped in, it would have been unfair. I said, I'll let them shoot a fair one. But I'm going to get her for violating the house. So I did. She said that shit. Yeah, bitch. And I said, well, I don't know if you heard her, but she said that kick was because you violated the house. She said, well, I'm about to violate it again because me and the twins coming back around the corner to get her. I'm like, you need help? You actually need help for one person? That kick must have been really powerful. The twins, shout out to the twins. They lived on the same block as Shimon did back then. But they was about that life, definitely. Just one is about that life. So I'm like, you don't need just one of them. You need both of them for one girl, really? I said, cuz your kick must have been thoroughbred strong. Because she's threatening to bring the twins. My cousin Aries, Throsnet Projects. She says, you can bring the twins. The triplets, the quadruplets, quintuplets. Tell the bitches to come on. Oh, God, my aunt. Rising power to my aunt, her mom. She was about that life, too. DNA don't lie. And I don't even know if my cousin's about that weaponry life. But listen. Just some hand skills, okay? Tomboy, true blue. Liz is one, too. But not to the tune that my cousin was one, okay? They both heterosexual girls. Don't think stud and like, you know. Heterosexual women. No. Something in that kick told Liz she needed help for that one. And when my cousin said quintuplets, I felt, she said, I ain't going nowhere. I call out Sid from work. I'll wait here for him. I'm like, no, this is not going to happen. And by this time, Shimon moved to Georgia because I sure would have called Shimon to negotiate with the twins. Like, you know, no, Liz is the one out of order. She don't need no help. To help her, compound her out of orderness. No, the fuck no. So I told her, and then my cousin getting hurt behind your insecurities and thin-skinned foolishness. No. And dragging the twins into your disability. No. I said, this is what's going to happen, Liz, okay? Then on this phone call, she told me, you ain't got no wins on me. I said, this is competition? I never even desired to enter competition with no woman, nobody, let alone you. Is this, you was looking for some sort of win? Was you praying on the win? Damn, who am I that you're seeking to prove you have a win? Well, what did you win? You about to win yourself the completion of your bid, because this is what's going to happen. You doofy, insecure, thin-skinned bitch. This is what's going to happen. Why did I come back around here? I'm like, okay, this is what's going to happen, because she's screaming and cutting the plumb, living fucking fool on the phone, like somebody violated her house, okay? She's behaving like somebody violated her house. That's the wily warp factor of the icky side of the ego. Egoic, okay? Icky. I said, this is what's going to happen. If you come around this corner again with these same ill intentions, and I knew his name at the time. And I said his name. I forgot it now. But I said, he will be waiting for you on my front stoop. He will. Because I'm going to call him and I'm going to tell him what happened here. And I have 2 witnesses. And I'm going to give him my address, and he's going to wait. Don't he drive? Yeah. And I think the office was right on Jamaica Avenue somewhere. He ain't that far away. Yeah, he's going to wait for you on my stoop. Oh, you're going to be a snitch? Well, you're being an asshole. Yeah. And from what I was told from the hood, dudes and girls alike, I'm allowed to quote-unquote snitch because I'm not cut from y'all cloth. This is not me saying it. This is y'all saying this. I think she even said it once over there. I'm not cut of that cloth. So I'm a civilian. So you fucking with a civilian. So yeah. You call it what the fuck you want to call it. But I'm not having my cousin dragged up in your insolence. Insolence. It's just, how you say I-N-S-O-L. Yeah. See, yeah, I'm not having my cousin dragged up in your insolence. I'm not. My cousin in the background, I don't give a fuck, I ain't scared. Let's see who get drugged. This is before the term dragging was even coined. Let's see who the fuck want to be getting drugged and dragged. I like fighting. It's fun. And Aries, okay? I wasn't even that deep into astrology, but I knew that was some Aries shit she was saying. And she still was lingering, like she didn't want to go to work. I was like, let's just go to work, come on. She was like, no, where they live, what block? Let's wait for the bus stop. Let's go to the bus stop on their block. Like, just wanting it. I'm like, no, we're going to go to the bus stop that we normally go to the bus stop to, and we're going to go to work. That's what we're going to do. Just ready. Just shout out to my cousin. Ready. Okay. And Kia was like, y'all want to get in the cab with me? I'm like, you going to Brooklyn? We're working in Manhattan today. We was working in Brooklyn fine. She's like, you sure? Yes, we're sure. And then I think by all this happening, we were running late. So I think we did get in the cab to go to the train station to get to the city. If memory serves me correctly. Yeah, she went on to Brooklyn, but I think we got out at the train station. Because just so much is happening. Time is flying, and we didn't want to be late for work. But anywho, after I told her her parole officer will be meeting her on my stoop, she got off the fucking phone. Click. And no, she didn't come around the corner with the twins, no. But I just thought that was really warped, that she was offended she got kicked. And she just showed her natural born black ass in somebody's house like that. And my mom has never wronged her. She's had food. I think not too long ago, did she have a hot dog or something? I know hot dog is being petty, but no, she's eaten. She's had food at her house. And you violate the house like that. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. No, I've never eaten at her house, if you want to know. Never had no food. I don't even think I even had... Now, she's fed me in the street. She was very generous. Scorpio. She's Chinese food, stuff like that, but like a meal at her house, no. It's no shade. It just never never happened. I never ate at her house. But she's eating at my house. At her own admission, she was like, your house was the house with all the food. We all knew your house had the food. So that's the thanks you get. A house that fed you, literally. That's how you violated it. Oh, God. Fast forward years later, we're on the phone. That's gal pals on the phone in our 40s. And I didn't bring it up. Isn't that something? I know certain things can be sensitive, even though you're the one who did the shit, who initiated the shit. And just, you don't want to bring up nothing dark from the past if you can help it. The friendship is grown and should be mature. But she brought it up, and I said to her, I said, even back then as a teenager, I knew that had nothing to do with sneakers or $40. That was more about disappointment. You know, I ain't never stole from no friends and none of y'all. You knew full well I was going to bring you the $40 on my way to work. Just like I said on the phone, I said I drop it off before I go to work. So I knew that was more about disappointment. You know what I mean? You must have had disappointing news that day, and you had more disappointment, you know, things of that nature. I was going to tell you everything about Pretty. She was having problems with her boyfriend back then. Disappointment. And the cable guy, the cable company back then called to reschedule. And she said, you know, I just started breaking down and crying to the cable people on the phone. And they're like, Miss, is everything all right? Like, it's not that serious. We'll be there tomorrow. And she was like, no, it's nothing to do with cable. I'm sorry. Yes, I'll see you in the morning. But she just started bawling and crying on the phone, scheduling a cable appointment because, you know, he was cheating and doing everything. So the whole thing of they couldn't make it there that day was just one more disappointment that her constitution couldn't weather. So she taught me that. And of course, the psychology books did too. That just one more disappointment, you just break. And I associated that with the sneakers and shit. Nothing to do with me. I don't know what's going on in your life, but hell, they changed my post. What could I do? What the fuck? But in the event, in the 40s, we're on the phone talking. And I told her, I said, even then, so young, I knew that was more about disappointment. And she got snarky then. I'm like, damn, she's still doing this dumb shit in her 40s? She was like, no, it wasn't that. I guess people resent you trying to define their motives. Never mind they did the shit to you. How dare you define why I did what I did to you? That's for me to define because I did it. Well, bitch, you did it to me. I'm a satiate thinking being like you are too. Dr. King said an unexamined life is a life not worth... I'm paraphrasing with me. An unexamined life is a life not worth living or something like that. He's quoted the same. Google, okay? His quotes are just great quotes out there from a lot of our leaders. Even though they're no longer here in the physical, just so brilliant. They're still leaders. If you're studying their ideology, the truth, not shit that Caucasoids are inserting in as alleged said, okay? I'm almost at 3 hours, y'all, and this thing won't click off. But in our 40s, she gonna say on the phone to me, I kid you not, I can't make this shit up. She said to me on the phone, you know what it was? And her voice softened. You know, you see how we do ourselves? I don't think her voice softened in atonement. No, it was for herself, like to nurture her reasoning for violating the house like that. You know what it was? I felt if Shimon or Kia would have asked you to get the sneakers, you would have did it. I know those were your homegirls and da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking, like, when did you know that? When did you figure that out? Then or now, in your 40s? But I still felt that, you know, if they would have asked, you would have did it. Can you believe that's what the fight was about in her and I don't want to say her sick, but in her psyche? Oh my God. So that's the predatory energy I'm talking about. From afar or right within proximity, she was studying our closeness, the three of us. She was studying our close dynamic. And Shimon didn't like her. She liked it at first, but after a while, Shimon didn't like. Shimon must have been sensing something. She know better than to fuck with Shimon. Shimon ended up with her baby daddy, child. Y'all read the memoir. They saw each other. Shimon ice grilled her. She said nothing to Shimon. Fought me over a pair of sneakers. On the circus is the surface shit. But Shimon got your baby daddy for years and he married her. And she gonna ice grill you like on some and what bitch. And you don't say nothing to her. Let alone fight her. Y'all go on and read the memoir for more on Shimon, okay? But in any event, yeah, that's what she told me in our 40s over the phone. And it's specific. There's a whole flock of friends around the way, but those two specifically, if one of them had asked me to get the sneakers, I would have done it. That tells me she didn't even hear me back then on the phone when I said they changed my post at the job. So in my 40s on the phone, I said, no, I wouldn't have. I couldn't. They changed my post. I don't even think she heard that back in the 80s. All you heard was the disappointment of the sneakers are not here. And my thing is, it would have been something else. If they didn't change my post and the sneakers got for her, if you're preying on the friendship I have with these other two girls, it would have been, she would have found something else. She was inserting herself in rank. She resented the closeness, or she didn't have that type of rank with me. or that type of hierarchy. And she was close to somebody named Geetha. I'm changing the name, you know, it's the pseudonym. Geetha, a Sag. I didn't assume that she should give me the privileges she give Geetha. I didn't insert myself in that rank. My psyche wouldn't do that. It doesn't make sense. It's predatory. They're preying on that. That is crazy. Well, I know Mars rules Scorpio along with Pluto, and Mars also rules Aries. And I remember Nico, his videos, his compatibility videos, he talks about Aries. He said Aries wants to be included. Now, I don't know if Nico knows Aries rules the Caucasian race, but I immediately thought about how Caucasians insert themselves uninvited, just crash in, you know, situations, and like, wow, where did they come from? Why? Tyreek and I, she talked about that too, how they'll just come in, yes, we're down for the cause, and Tyreek, he gave his video when he was in St. Croix or St. Lucia somewhere. You gotta find that video. And he said it. He said, well, why don't you go ahead and do your thing while we do ours? Why you gotta crowbar your way into our circle? What the fuck? And I'm yelling at the screen, Tyreek, that's Mars. They're ruled by Aries. They want to be included. And segregation was their idea. The way we treat each other, all this psychotic shit and diabolical, barbaric bullshit is under their programming. When Obama was elected, a sister they was talking to was in the same clip with Brazil, that Brazil lady, and Alice Walker. Then the older lady who talked about Jesse Jackson. She said he ain't got no substance. I never forget that clip. I don't even know what to call it. It was on regular TV too, I think. But it was a sister who said the way they treat us outside the race is how we treat each other inside the race. We all know this, but I don't know, just so profound. And the Brazil journalist lady, she was crying. Oh, that was such a great clip. I think it's when Alice Walker said, Obama's not a magician. Please, y'all, don't put so much pressure on him to expect too much too soon. Miss Walker, how do you feel after that he did his 8 years? Did we expect too much too soon? Because we got 2-0, like never, from him. Per my observation, you do your own Google search to see what he did for melanated populace. Anywho, I digress. But that was it. Did I give y'all 3? I gave y'all the sneakers, the blimpie in the basement, the alleged blimpie in the basement. Yeah, bitch! I should title that chapter that way. The alleged blimpie in the basement. It should be in the sky, a pie in the sky. There wasn't shit in that basement but a motherfucking bunch of Brooklyn bitches. It was a bee alright in the basement. Bitches in Brooklyn. From Brooklyn. No blimpie. No. I was the pleasure one. Did they see me as a blimpie? Lunch meat? Ready to be consumed? They ain't hit me though. They ain't touch me. Tasha was saying I bet not touch her. They listen till thing happens. But anyhow, hold on, y'all. I'm parched. Hold on. Friendship. I got 10 minutes, y'all. This video gonna click off. What I could tell you, young people, about friendship, any age. I was gonna say trust your gut and instinct, but the frontal lobe. Listen to the elders. That's it. You have a wise elder in your family, someone who loves and trusts you and have your best interests at heart. A wise elder. Jill Scott in the Breakfast Club says she speaks to older women. You know, and then that's part of the Willie Lynch. I don't care if the Willie Lynch is fucking fiction. I got 95 credits in legal studies, and now motherfucking professors told us it's called legal fictions that they enforce as laws. Okay? You get real time from legal fucking fictions, okay? They crank out statutes and codes like sausages. So, Willie Lynch is fiction. That's some real fucking sick shit is coming out of. A whole lot of suffrage is derived from their fictions. Okay? Anyway. In the Willie Lynch letter, they have the old against young. These divisions, distractions. Sylvia Barrett's books speak to the distractions. A holographic canvas. Another good read. Y'all rewind this for the books. Holographic Canvas. Homo Sapiens Wants a Cop. Breaking Rank. Just so many great books on the market. So I try to figure out what this madness is. What Tupac says is going to take the man in him to conquer this insanity. man. That and meditation and fasting from meat and dairy too. Communing with your ancestors, giving them offerings, thanking them for the protection. Young people, please seek elders' advice. Seek their wisdom. You don't even have to be young. Again, Jill Scott admitted to speaking to older women. I do too, and I'm pushing 50. I love the wisdom of the elders. I love anything that's anti-Willie Lynch, okay? But again, I think it was Dr. Umar in one of his older videos said women y'all don't take the young girls under your wing. And I'm like, Dr. Umar, if they're disrespectful, that's impossible. And now it can be disrespectful and fucking dangerous. You don't know what the hell you're taking under your wing. Child, please. It's if they're not receptive to the wisdom, you can't impart it. You can't force wisdom. Well, I guess in some families, certain mamas and aunties, it's like the hell you can't. But again, they have to be receptive to it, to impart it, to even receive it. You know what I mean? And I was a teenager once too, in one ear and out the other, totally over my head. And you used to think, oh, they don't know anything because there's a generational gap. You know, you had your heyday, didn't you have fun in your heyday? Why don't you let us have fun too? And you know, I was a teenager. I totally get it. But I tell you what, right now as an adult, I remember all that wisdom that was imparted to me. Yeah, it came rushing back. You know, certain seeds are planted, certain words stain you, indelible impression. So please just seek the wisdom. You know, even if you try to tell some adult, find a cool adult, you know, someone you're receptive to and receptive to you, and they actually care about you, you know, your welfare, and just give them the information. Or I'm gonna go meet so and so, because you know most older women have that intuition. So you can say, I'm gonna go meet so and so. We're gonna do A, B, C, and D, and the adult may feel something ain't right, and go, wait a minute, where you going? You gonna do what? You gonna meet who? And hopefully that elder mess with some tarot cards. I don't know, but just seek wisdom. Seek wisdom that you may not carry already. You know what I mean? Just don't rely on just your age group for information and knowledge, is my point. Don't just rely on your own, your peers, you know, because, again, I did a lot of silly things with my friends as teens, especially getting in dudes' cars. Nothing happened, though. The grace of the ancestors, nothing happened. Not even with Po 9, the thugs, nothing. And you going uptown with dudes to re-up, and again, that was food for me. You know, we can stop at Willie Burgers. I take you to City Island. You want to ride shotgun? Okay, because there's food in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Crazy and nothing. No fuzz. No. But I'm just thinking I was gonna take a cruise. They was gonna pay me. Did y'all look at Locked Up Abroad? That show wasn't on when I was a teenager. Okay, I looked at that show and said, by the grace of the ancestors, by the grace of the ancestors. I'm not saying it happened. The statute of limitations. I don't. But it's in the memoir whether it happened or not. But listen. Cruises, okay? I was like, wow, a free vacation. They probably got seafood on that ship, and then you could dock and get more food. And oh, I wonder if I get a pina colada. You got to show ID to get a pina colada, because you know I'm a teenager, you know. Man, duty free, designer perfume, and oh my heavens, I just crazy teenage follies. But there was always some elder around, always some wise elder around, always. I was gonna come to Atlanta when Shimon moved down here, and elder stepped in again. I just want women, men too, young men, please seek someone outside of your own age range for feedback about what you're going to do with your friends, what you're fitting to do, what's on your itinerary. You know what I mean? If you don't embrace the whole tarot card thing, please embrace an elder that's been through some things. That's my advice. Seek advice from smart people. And don't think we tend to like advice from only successful celebrities. That's a program too. Success to me is you're sane. In this kind of world, you was able to retain sane, a large portion of it, that's success. You was able to navigate this muck and mire that certain hidden entities is pushing and want to maintain too. Okay? That's a success. You have a good heart. You don't harm children. You're a success. To me. Because that's what they want, your psyche and your soul. You can retain that, you're a success in my book. But it takes wisdom to see that. I don't know, teenagers is about the money and the glitz, and that's a success to them. You know. So hopefully they'll seek, you know, sage wisdom before they, you know, toil with their friends. And you know, I do know, but I don't quite know how to articulate it fully. You know, you like 3 damn hours, you articulate enough. Ciao. Ciao, Bella. To the ones that gotta go. I ain't got but a minute and a half to finish this. But wholeness, wellness, and healing vibrations to all of life. Ashe. Wholeness, wellness, and healing vibrations to all life. Ashe. Wholeness, wellness, and healing vibrations to all life. Ashe. In Mayat's name. Rise in power, Kenneka Jenkins. Rise in power and truth to all the Kenneka Jenkins and Trayvon Martins and so forth and so on throughout the world. Even nature, life, animals that are extinct. Blessings be upon your spirit. Rise to higher realms and dimensions where these things just don't happen because they can't. It's too pure and balanced where you are.